Hey chat, how we doing? Hope we had a good weekend. Hope you guys are relaxed and vibey. And ready to hopefully get to the finale today. I don't think we'll do the finale today. I'm not going to go long today. England and Wales and the USA are all playing at 7 o'clock tonight. And I'm going to be watching it in the Discord with Purple and...
16 months. That's nearly a year.
I mean... You're technically correct. Technically, that's nearly a year. It's the other side of it. But Ian, thank you for the 16 months at tier 2, my guy. That is technically correct. Oh, of course, I big up the TTS working, and then when Kate redeems it, it just doesn't work. Apparently, that's a global thing with Mix It Up bot. Apparently, like, if too many people have TTS redeems going, it doesn't work. So, I don't know. I'm hoping it works. Yeah, it's homophobia. I'm hoping it works because... yeah, you can, if you can refund Law, I'd appreciate it. Thanks, Mad. I'm hoping it would work because we've got a new friend to play with, but more on that in a little moment. Like I said, not going to go long today. Soccer's happening tonight. I want to watch both matches. I'm going to watch them with Purple and Chris in the Discord. Tomorrow, though, we're going to go as long as we need to finish Judgment. Hopefully today we can hit the finale, or the point of no return. And then tomorrow we can finish it. I don't think the point of no return is as long as Judgments is. But it still does have quite a lengthy set piece before the final fight. Oof. No worries, Kate. I appreciate the lurk, though. I appreciate the lurk. Had to spend the time getting past the curse redemptions from D2. I had to redeem a couple yesterday as well to test it, and it was working. But apparently it's not working now, so let's hope it works. But, chat, let me introduce you all to Queeble. Queeble is replacing Effie, because Effie did barely anything. And I can see my fucking overlay is slightly... up from the bottom of the screen. There we go, that's fixed it. And now whenever an alert goes off, or you redeem one of the sound cues, Queeble, my wonderful son, will be your venture for those, if TTS wants to fucking work. I mean...
Dollar message.
Oh, so it worked? Hang on. Has it come unstuck somehow?
Dollar message. Dollar message.
Okay, so it works if I... Hang on, let me test something. It doesn't like the word gay. It likes dollar message, but it doesn't like...
Dollar message.
So it works when I do dollar message, which is the syntax it uses to repeat the message. But... Huh. Let me test something. Let me test it real quick. Apologies, YouTube. We got new toys. Well, Queeble's fucking busted. Anyway, if you redeem any of the other sound noises, like, I don't know, the Return of the Scrank Gang, Scissor Me Daddy Ass, Guardian Something's Wrong, or whatever, Queeble is your, you know, your vessel at which to shit talk me. Have fun with that.
Mommy milkers.
Okay, Queeble, you, Queeble be wildin' this morning, for real, for real. Right, so, last we left off in the world of Lost Judgment, the story got fucking blown open by a breach charge. We found out Kawana's input with everything that's going on. we found out how... we found out from the horse's mouth how Mamiya and Kawana and... I forget his name, the guy who did the murder, are all working together. We found out how Kawana has coerced his entire high school class into being his accomplices to murder. And, yeah. The story has been blown open. Still no clue how Arcade ties into this. We're gonna find out today, Iron. Spoilers. We're gonna find out how Arcade ties into this. Reminder that this game is fucking amazing, and I don't know if it's still on sale. I'm pretty sure the sale has ended. But, check your local game distributor of choice, because both Judgment and Lost Judgment were on sale for about 50 quid together on Steam over Thanksgiving weekend. They're probably done by now, but if they're not, pick them up. They're RGG's 2 best stories. I mean that. They're better than 6. They're better than 0. Well, 0 was fucking amazing. 2 of the 3 best stories that RGG have ever put in a video game. And apparently, that's going to be challenged with Ishin coming next month. That reminds me. By the way, I've decided not to do the... YouTube, you won't have known about this, but the end of Saturday's stream, I talked about possibly doing like a bit drive or a dono drive to get Lightfall and Ishin, because I don't know if I'll be able to afford those. Okay, throne is working. There we go. Sorry, I had to turn off the throne overlay as I was tweaking because it wasn't connecting. Oh yeah, Kate, all of my streams are up on, well, all the story streams up on YouTube. Exclamation YouTube, go sub. You get the VOD a day after it airs because that's technically Twitch terms of service. You're not allowed to... Apparently, according to Twitch terms of service, you're not allowed to distribute content that you've streamed on Twitch for at least 24 hours until it was broadcast on Twitch. Hardly anybody does that, especially in the world of clip Twitter. But, yeah. I tend to stick to TOS, although I played DMCA music at the start of the stream. Anyway, so in lieu of doing a bit drive / donor drive / whatever, like that, do Operation Lightfall or anything like that, I've added them to my throne list, which are under stream. I don't think I have a command for them. If I do, it's exclamation throne, but I don't think I do. This is in no way me asking for people to buy them. They're there if you want to do it. The way it works is it pays me. Like, they just give me the money. Because they don't have Steam or Xbox as linked markets. So the way it works is they just... You give them the money, they give me the money, and I promise that if any of you buy those, that money will just go towards buying Lightfall or Ishin. It won't go to anything else. Anyway, enough rambling. I've been live for 18 minutes, and I haven't pressed the A button. I just pressed the A button. Right, so, last we left off, we were here right outside Gendalaw office. This is... That guy's tough over there. This is going to be one of the last pieces of free time we have in this chapter, I think. So I'm quickly... Also, remember I said, I think it was on Friday's stream, this game doesn't have a Tiger Drop. Yes, it does. It's called Dragon's Crushing Fist. It's 40,000 SP. You get it in Chapter 12. We're getting it in Chapter 12. So let me just check my items real quick. I could do with some stamina and X's. I could do with a sushi. And I need to get into the zone. Irashimasen. Stamina. Get into the zone. I've already got sakes. Okay, you can just buy corned beef. That's cool, I guess. Drink to the last drop dan noodles. Huh. And pick up some vitamin waters as well, so if I take a sake, I don't immediately go to, I don't go to, drunk level 6. I want to be drunk level 5. That way I'm still drunk, but I have all the movement.
Ihara
Ihara, that's his
killing
name.
Mikoshiba, did he?
Yep.
Off the record, yeah. He also admitted Kawana approached him to offer revenge.
That sounds like you were productive.
It's enough for us to move forward with the appeal, I'd say. How does that sound, Genda-sensei?
Genda-sensei?
The sexual battery and Mikoshiba's murder are the very same case. To clear Ihara of harassment, you'll need to prove he murdered Mikoshiba. But you don't have evidence he did, do you?
We have the
Ihara-san
video.
was captured on video committing the murder.
And the prosecution claims it's a fake, of unknown origins. The police are saying the same.
They're only saying that to cover their asses.
In reality, the sexual battery evidence against Ihara-san is what was really fake. At the very least, we can claim Yui Mamiya and the others aided in fabricating that, alibi or not.
You really think the courts will grant you an appeal for just that?
Are you saying that's not possible?
I wouldn't go that far. But Ihara won't admit to murdering Mikoshiba in court. Kind of significant, don't you think?
True.
So what chance do you have even if you do appeal? Without any decisive new evidence, you'll just end up splitting hairs over the original verdict. And what good'll it do other than damage your own reputation, Saru-kun?
So Genda-sensei is worried about Sayori-san's career. I'm sure that's the case, although...
To be honest with you, I feel like I've been deeply underestimated.
What?
Saori-san, are you actually mad?
Yes, because
Yeah.
God forbid women
As a
can be
matter of
mad.
fact, I am.
You have every right to be.
Listen, Sensei. Ihara and Kawana devised this plan knowing full well they could manipulate the justice system. Have we not fallen right into their trap? If we take pity on the prosecution now, we play right into their hand.
True.
So how can we worry about reputation when our duty as lawyers is to face the law?
I understand where you're coming from, and you're right to think it, but...
And another thing, while acting as Ihara's defense in the first trial, I never truly believed the claim. I didn't trust the person I was defending, and I felt sick to my stomach even being in the courtroom.
Saori-san.
Ihara likely saw right through that. He probably took great delight in our myopic dedication to the law. And I won't stand for that. I'm gonna show him exactly what I can do.
What about you, Yagami? I want to hear your thoughts.
He's not saying it, but he disagrees with Sayori-san. How should I move this forward? We should listen to Sayori-san.
We should listen to Saori-san. I understand why Ihara and Kawana did what they did, but I can't condone it.
I see. So you feel it too, huh?
Yes. Although my motivation may not be as righteous as
Yeah,
some.
Sayori's fucking awesome.
What do you mean?
Mikoshiba's murder, the fake groping alibi, the one behind it all was Kawana, and he's in hiding. We need to shine enough light on him that the public can see what he is. And the perfect place to do it is during Ihara's appeal hearing.
So it's not Ihara you're after, but Kawana.
If we pursue Ihara's case, Kawana-san's actions will naturally come to light.
And if we draw out Kawana, then RK and the ones backing them will make their move. Soma from RK said Sawa-sensei knew too much, which means whoever's behind them has a secret that needs to stay buried, even if it means murder. And I need to figure that secret out. I owe Sawa-sensei that closure. The only thing we can do for her now is make sure the ones pulling the strings pay for it.
Well said. I guess going back wasn't ever really an option.
Well, not if you want to advance the story, Genda.
Looks like I got complacent from all the peace and quiet. Leave it to me to underestimate the younger generation.
I apologize. I shouldn't have been so impertinent.
That should be my line, Saru-kun. I suppose I have to make up my mind after all that, don't I? Get out there and do what needs to be done. And heaven help anyone in your way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
You heard him.
Ooh, phone call. God, I love Sayori in this game. Sugumo's calling. Hope everything's okay. I fucking love Sayori. Such a
Hello?
good character.
Yagamishi, are you still in Kamurocho?
Yep.
Yeah, why? What's up?
I'm afraid RK seems to be amassing in Ijincho. It's very bizarre.
Are they now?
Yeah, I can't shake the feeling that the officers like Soma and Akutsu are still in town.
You think so? If I was Soma, I'd have left Ijincho by now. He's a person of interest in Sawa-sensei's murder, too.
I see. That does make sense.
Things are settling into place here, though. I'm heading back to Ijincho with Sugiura. We got a lot to go over with you when I get back.
Wonder what it could be. Okay, see you soon then.
Okay, I guess we're going back to Ijincho. Yep, head to Yokohama 99. Whee! That never gets old. Fucking Sugiura just appears outside the fucking lift. Oh, I love the well, not ragdolling, but you know what I mean. The rubber banding of allies in this. Alright, Izazaki and Jincho. I'm back to Yokohama 99. Before we do anything, though, are all these what I want? That's attack. I think we want to go with the defense. I don't think I'm gonna need to change this to be... I don't think I'm gonna need to change these to be the hemostasis boosters until chapter 12 or 13, I think. Again, why is RK so interested in a bully Celio Kana to Kawana kill an RK member? Well, we'll find out. We're gonna find out at the, during this chapter why he's so interested, why RK are so interested in Kawana. There is a missing link we have not seen yet. Well. Sugiura, if you could attack somebody, I'd appreciate it, but I'll do it for you. Thanks.
Really, guys?
We've already been told of what the link is. It was in the cutscene. But,
I thought I could keep up.
it's not come to light yet. Well, in the story terms. It's a thread. We've not connected to anything, but it's a thread still. Fuck it, I'll take these guys out. There's more SP. If I want to get, to crush a dragon. Then, I'm gonna need all the SP I get. Oh, I'm bleeding. Okay. Remember I said I don't need the homeostasis booster because nothing can cause bleeding?
And stay down.
Yakuza Gaming's a higher up good guy is pulling the strings. Well, you've certainly seen your fair share of Yakuza games, Iron. The cup of noodles guy is behind RK. Oh god. Imagine if RK were being manipulated by fucking Nissin Ramen. That would be hilarious.
Well, now that's something. Looks like we're finally starting to see the whole picture.
Kuwana-san, or rather Kitakata-sensei, huh? And his students helped Ihara murder Mikoshiba. But there's still some things that doesn't explain.
Like what?
Like, why does RK keep going after Kuwana-san?
That's exactly what
You
we're
think
thinking,
that's weird
Sugiura.
too, right, Yagami-san?
One sec, chat. Sorry about that, chat. A parcel came for me. I'll go pick it up when I take a break later.
Yeah. That's the piece of the puzzle that'll lead us to why Sawa-sensei got killed.
Why is RK after Koana? How much do they know about him?
Before they came to Ijincho, RK was originally looking for Shinya Kawai. But when they found out he might have been killed, they suddenly shifted gears to Koana. So what are they trying to accomplish?
We can guess all we want, but that's not gonna get us anywhere. Shouldn't we ask someone in RK directly? They're strengthening their numbers in Ijincho as we speak.
The goons at the bottom rung aren't gonna be in the know on that, though. Though if Akatsu or Soma were around, then we might get somewhere.
That's true.
Sitting around here won't get us any further. I'm gonna head into the city for a bit. I'm quick on my feet. That's about all I have going for me right now.
How modest of you.
Yeah, don't say that, Yagami-shi. Otherwise, what ground do we have to stand on?
I should head outside for now. Okay, so we have a little... Excuse me? Oh, Amasawa-san. Okay. How's the investigation coming along, Yagami-san? If you ever stuck, try using the school diary to review... Oh, she's reminding us of the school story stuff. Because we've hardly done any of the school story stuff. We'll probably do some of that tomorrow, if/when we finish the game, and we might finish it early a little bit. Oh, we're taking a phone call in the middle of the street.
Really?
Okay. Oh no. Hi, Sayori. Bad time. Ooh.
Yeah, what's up?
I was thinking back on our interview with Ihara-san, and something he said isn't sitting right with me. So I wanted to ask your opinion.
Which part felt off?
The part about Koana approaching other bullying victims besides Ihara-san to offer revenge. Ihara-san also mentioned that most of them rejected his offer, but never went to the police either.
Yeah, and?
Well, wasn't the first bully Koana killed his own student? Shinya Kawai, I mean.
Yeah.
Tormented by his bullies, Mitsuru Kusumoto's leap left him in a coma to this day. That event was the catalyst for Koana's actions. So wouldn't he have approached his parents about revenge too?
We've just caused gridlock traffic in the middle of fucking Yokohama.
Kusumoto's parents? You're talking about his mother, Reiko Kusumoto, right?
Mitsuru Kusumoto's mother, Reiko Kusumoto. She used to be another student in the Ministry of Health, but now she's Vice Minister.
Yes, who is currently Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health. If she accepted or is even an accessory to a revenge plot against Kawai, then there's no way she'd ever want that secret to get out. With her level of influence and power, wouldn't it be possible that she ordered RK to silence Koana? Which would explain how RK's actions are being controlled, wouldn't it?
And you think it's Reiko Kusumoto?
You don't think vice ministers can control criminal organizations from the shadows? You know very well the answer to that.
Of course they can.
Yeah. Tsukumo's actually looked into her before. I'll talk to him about it right now. Yeah, this is genius, Sari-san. This could lead us right to who's controlling RK.
Quite a compliment coming from you. I feel better already.
Don't sweat it. I'll call you if I find anything out.
And there we have our missing link. Time to get back to Tsukumo might be worth looking into Reiko Kusumoto more closely. So yeah, there we have our missing link, Reiko Kusumoto. And the prospect that Koana went after her to for help. Pro tip, never approach me with a gun. Oh, I'm stunned. Okay. I missed the German. Yeah. I'd rather the German from Judgment 1, but... Got all these dickheads fucking hitting me from behind.
Really, guys?
Why'd they take it out? I don't know. It was a cutscene attack, so... Maybe they just felt like the bulldog was better. I don't know. I do miss the over the head German though.
Yagami-san, back already?
That was quick. I figured you'd be out in the town until evening.
Well, the day's not over yet. I need you to look into Reiko Kusamoto again. She might be the one behind RK.
Really?
Yeah. Can you pull up the picture of her you showed me last time?
1,000 SP just for going to the going around town, by the way. And mystically, it's now twilight.
Okay. Take a look at this, Yagamishi.
Doggo!
Reiko Kusamoto became vice minister just recently. It hasn't even been a full year yet.
Looks like she's still got a good rep.
Yeah, there's almost no criticism of her out there.
The Ministry Revolution, bucking the bureaucracy. Golden parachutes don't fly with Kusamoto. Go her. Vice Minister is pretty high up there, yeah?
Well, it's the second position.
If she really did take Kawana up on his offer, silencing him would be the quickest way to save her skin. And in that case, she'd need some kind of connection to RK.
Some kind of connection? A bit vague, no?
Fair enough, but RK already took an innocent life while hunting Kawana down.
Right. And after killing Sawa-sensei, they tried to kill me, too. Still, no matter how dangerous the gang, murder is a risky proposition. Then again, if someone's pulling the strings, they have a lot less to worry about. Especially if that someone has vice minister status.
Well, the internet's not gonna give us much else. How about we do our usual thing? Go straight to the source.
Maybe we should.
Would it really be that easy to get a meeting with someone?
No, it won't!
Mitsuru Kusamoto's still in a coma, right?
Yes?
If he's in a hospital, we can catch her by surprise there.
I get you. That might work.
Huh. What's this now?
What's what now?
Breaking news from the net. It says manhunt for Sawa-sensei's murderer.
Oh?
And?
It's hitting the network news, too. The person they're after is...
Wanted for the murder of private school teacher Yoko Sawa in her own apartment, Kanagawa
Kawana-san!
is conducting a search for the suspect, self-proclaimed handyman Yu Kitakata. Nearby
Why are they looking for
security cameras
Kawana?
captured footage of
Shouldn't they be after Soma?
Sawa-san's former teacher before and after the incident. It's also surfaced that he's been using a false identity for over a decade. The police are hopeful that their search will turn up some sort of connection to Sawa-san.
Why are the police going after Kawana and not Soma? What the hell?
If Kawana-san was caught on camera, then surely some RK thugs were as well?
Yeah, I think so. On that note, I should have been in the footage too.
True.
The police only seem to want Kawana, but why? Guess we'll have to ask them ourselves.
Ask who?
Detective Watanabe from Kanagawa PD. He was the guy in charge of Mikoshiba's murder.
Pausing here to tell you guys something. I'm going to start a prediction for the next 5 minutes. The next fight we enter has a insta-kill QTE. In which, if I fail it, I die and have to restart the fight. So, how many times do I fail the QTE? Streamer More will need to confirm the outcome. Yeah, I know how predictions work, Twitch. How many times do I fail the QTE? 0 through 5 plus. Get your bets in.
Been a while, hotshot.
Yeah, I guess it has. Hey, I'm curious. Do you have any evidence that Kawana killed Sawa-sensei?
I take it you saw the news?
Yep.
Kawana was caught on camera near the crime scene, plus he knew the victim. And if that's not enough, he was using a fake name. How's that for evidence?
That's not evidence,
But I
that's
saw
just
Soma holding an
happenstance.
ice pick up to Sawa-sensei. Plus, there were RK footprints all over the scene. So why is Kawana the only suspect?
Because the big boys with big balls at HQ said so. Barking at me won't get you anywhere.
So this is all just pressure from upstairs? What is going on here?
Why are you so bent out of shape? Kawana's a legitimate suspect, and all we're doing is following procedure. Stick your private investigator schnoz somewhere else.
Okay,
You know, you
Watanabe.
sound pretty bent out of shape yourself. Where are you right now?
Huh?
I was thinking maybe we could meet up. How's a free pass to bitch about your work sound? Abe-san?
On the phone, in person, there's nothing I can tell you.
He hung up.
Yagamishi, I managed to focus in on the background noise from your phone call.
Of course you did,
Despite all the
Tsukumo.
interference, I have a good idea of Nabe-san's location.
What? Seriously?
He's on the main drag in Chinatown. If you go now, I'm sure you'll find him.
But is he even gonna listen to you?
It won't matter if I miss him because we sat here wondering.
Yagami Detective Agency, quick on its feet indeed.
Can't compete with that.
Nabe-san should be on the main street in Chinatown. I need to catch him and find out what's going on. So yeah, this next fight is the first occurrence of a insta-kill or an insta-death QTE. And you know that this is the first game with multi-input QTEs. I have learned that the D-pad works in lieu of the left stick, but let's see if I can get it working. I don't know what the QTE is either. I've not been able to find out what it is, so I've not been able to, you know, pre-teach myself. Oh, no!
There
Dog.
you are. Who's a good boy? Good boy.
That was a nouveau riche. Woo! The last thing I want is to bump into a nouveau riche before this bit.
Why are you here?
Oh, hey, Nabe-san. And you were...
It's Sakurai.
Oh, right.
I take it you didn't just happen to be in the neighborhood.
Let's just say some friends of mine have a real keen sense of smell. Something stinks about the cops here.
Excuse me, pal.
The Sawa case. Why aren't you going after RK? Or are you and you're just keeping me in the dark?
This isn't the place to talk about that.
Alright, Sakurai.
Hey!
I get the feeling something's keeping you guys from doing your jobs. And I don't have to listen to you.
You want to say that again?
Sakurai, I gotta hit the can. Head back to the station.
Huh?
Need to take a piss, Yagami? You're looking hydrated.
I'm sorry. What? That's the most You're looking hydrated. You need a piss?
Yeah, good call.
Then let's.
The next time I need to go anywhere with someone, I'm just gonna say, you need a piss, you're looking hydrated.
Nice spot you brought me to. Very romantic.
Well, we're about to have a shitty conversation. Might as well do it with a pleasant view.
Do the cops really believe Koana is responsible for Sawa-sensei's death?
We wouldn't be looking for him if we weren't serious. We even have a warrant.
To arrest Koana?
His real name's Yu Kitakata. He's been using a fake. And he services right at the murder scene of his former student. In my eyes, he was suspicious enough.
What about Soma from RK? He should have been spotted on the nearby cameras too, like when he entered her apartment.
He wasn't.
How is that possible?
Let me rephrase. There's no footage that had RK anywhere near it.
What's that supposed to mean?
From the moment Mikoshiba's murder went down, the higher-ups have been busy playing politics. I had a handle on things when they were just competing with Tokyo PD over who got to grill Ihara. But after that murder footage came out, it really stirred shit up. Sawa-sensei's case has me scratching my head too. Someone at the top is trying to keep details under wraps. And they think it'll work even in this day and age.
Oh my god, a corrupt
You're saying
cop?
the whole force is in on a cover-up?
Oh no. However could this happen?
Sawa's apartment. Someone on the inside erased it. Any footage that had the RK guys tagged in it is totally wiped.
Erase the footage? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Last call for Gambas, by the way.
One of leaving her place is all that's left. Even the parts where you show up are long gone. Before and after, the only person that the cameras pin the crime on is Kuwana himself.
Who would go so far to erase the footage? Who would do something like that?
It's time to let it go, Yagami. Mikoshiba's case and Sawa-sensei's case, they're closing the book. And to tie up the loose ends, and this is the shitty part, Kuwana has to die in an accident.
What?
As soon as they track him down, they'll put him into custody and then blame it on negligence. They'll say he resisted arrest and died in the struggle, I guess.
How is...
Someone clearly wants Kuwana gone, and they have the power to do it.
Come on. Who could have that power?
Kuwana is clearly a target of someone higher up. Even if he sees it coming, he won't be able to stop it. As far as I'm concerned, the case is closed. You wouldn't understand until you've been on the force. When the team you're playing for is rotten to the core, all you can do is look the other way. As for me, I'll stick to the cut and dry cases for a while. That's what'll keep me an honest cop.
That's bullshit! You'll shut the lid on the trash, ignore the smell of the rot coming from inside, and go on pretending it's justice? And then you call that being an honest cop?
Asshole. Did you forget that you were talking to a detective?
Oh no, he's got a nightstick.
You never did answer the question, Nami-san. Who had the authority to erase the security cameras? Who wants Kuwana dead so bad that they do it inside?
Even if I told you, what the fuck could you do about it, detective? Smartass! Leave it alone, Yagami. It's for your own good.
Is that your call? Well, I think I'll be the judge of that.
You little piece of shit! I've had enough!
And we fight Watanabe-san. Who has a number of health bars.
You cooled off.
0, baby!
No.
He just hit me with a fucking... Well, there goes all my, He hit me. Oh, yeah, he did hit me with Paradigm Shift. Alright, let me pay out the nobody who bet he's a god. Unlucky Iron.
They broke the lock and forced their way into Sawa-sensei's place. That's when Soma came in. I'm sure she was terrified. They were pointing an ice pick at her. When I found her, her eyes were still open. I could see the tears. Yet the police are going after Kuwana instead of Soma. And the cops that were there know he isn't a suspect, but say their hands are tied. So it'll be my voice you hear instead of hers. And when they come to silence me, I'll know who the puppet masters are.
Damn, Yagami.
I hear you. You're probably right.
And if you have any idea who might be pulling the strings, I need you to tell me before it's too late. Is there anyone on the Force who would want Kuwana dead?
The moment we opened Sawa-sensei's case, the Kanagawa brass had a suspect file ready to go. They didn't point to your guy Soma. They named you Kitakata, alias Kuwana the handyman. Hilarious, isn't it? We were the first to the scene, which means the bigwigs pulled the suspect file before it even happened.
Where'd the info about Kitakata come from?
Not sure. But the National Police Agency said it came from public security.
Public security?
The public security branch of the police is practically Japan's spy ring. Keeps an eye on foreign agents, gangs, and political groups. They don't hunt criminals so much as gather intel and analyze it to maintain the peace.
Why is public security involved in Sawa-sensei's case?
Seems they were interested in RK's criminal network in Kamurocho. You know how after the Tojo clan disbanded, the criminals started going underground?
LAD spoiler like number 65, by the way. Seriously, you haven't played LAD, play it before this.
Well, public security would rather let RK roam free than bust them. Monitoring them quietly gives them intel on criminal movements. And even if you catch these guys, new ones will just take their place.
Wait, so they want RK on the streets? Is that why they're brushing Sawa-sensei's case under the rug?
Probably.
If RK goes down in one fell swoop over a murder case, they have to find a new source of intel. Purely speaking, from public security's point of view, that is.
Unbelievable.
Not that they'd ever say that out in, well, public. If you believe public security, there's no way RK killed Sawa-sensei.
What the hell? Do they even have a reason?
Not that I'm aware of. On top of that, I asked Tokyo PD about Soma, and he doesn't have a record. No priors, no census registry, not even a damn profile pic.
Then, what does that mean?
The man known as Kazuki Soma doesn't exist, basically. Maybe that's how it's always been, or maybe it's a cover-up. They had plenty of files on Kuwana to send our way instead. They're the ones who made him the prime suspect in Sawa-sensei's case, too.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Kuwana's a scapegoat for RK. Public security wants to shut the curtains on Sawa-sensei's case with him. As far as they're concerned, with Kuwana silenced, it'll all balance out.
So that's what you meant by Kuwana having an accident.
Right. Better to flush your shit than keep a lid on it.
Why would you put a lid on the toilet? Can't imagine it's easy for public security to pin the blame on Kuwana for Sawa-sensei's murder. Then again, dead men don't talk. If they get rid of Kuwana, that'll be enough to muddy the waters.
So who's running the show in public security? Do they have a name?
I wasn't told, unfortunately. Afraid I'm further down the food chain than you thought. Yeah, Watanabe speaking. Huh? Ijincho?
Huh?
Right. Got it. Call me if anything else comes up. Kuwana's been spotted. A witness reported seeing him in Ijincho.
Seriously? He's back here?
Couldn't say for sure.
Where's he at?
Fukutokucho, in Koreatown, where the Komi Jewel hang out. The police are headed there now.
Komi Jewel?
Apparently it means spider web in Korean. You haven't seen it? It's made to look like it's abandoned.
Guess where we're going next?
There?
You're not gonna say you got that from me, right?
Oh no.
I don't have much time. You said Kuwana might have an accident, didn't you? I'm sure that's why you're telling me all this.
If you find him, let him know it's public security that's after him. And they mean business.
By the way, I think all the lights flickering is due to this being in 60 FPS. Look for Kuwana in the Komi Jewel. I was wondering when we'd be going there. LAD well, I wouldn't say it's another spoiler for LAD.
Yagamishi, it's me. I have an update for you.
Thank you,
It seems
Tsukumo.
Kawana has been spotted in Ijincho.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, Komijul, right? I'm headed there now.
Ah, fastidious as ever. But the police have already started blocking off Komijul.
Already?
They're probably gonna
Chapter
surround the area
10,
and
geek.
gradually close in on Kawana-san.
The story's all starting to pull together.
Public security.
We should finish this game by the end of end of play tomorrow.
Once they capture Kawana, they'll end up in an accident.
An accident?
Long story short, I need to find Kawana before the cops do. Can you navigate me to him?
I most certainly can. For now, just keep heading.
Yeah, except for the
towards
school
Komijul.
stories.
In the meantime, I'll be monitoring the surrounding area. Oh, and I'll dispatch Sugiurashi.
Appreciate that, Tsukumo.
I've had a thought. I just had a thought. If I don't get to the school story stuff of this, like before we finish, say like we get to the finale at the close of play today, we finish it within an hour or two tomorrow, and I don't do school stories tomorrow, what I might do is, I've decided I'm going to move Ishin after Lightfall if I have the cash to get either of them. That way I don't have to break up Ishin, and then I then get a rough idea of how long it'll take, because I'm currently going off of the OG Ishin's playtime, not obviously Ishin Kiwami's playtime. So I've got like 7 streams I need to fill before Lightfall. What I might do is I might do school story stuff with those. I might do school story and side story stuff in this game with those. It'll be in February, but hey, at least it'll be something to do. Alright, off to the Komijul. Actually, how's my health? My health is looking pretty good. Hey chat, tell me if you recognize this place. Because it's the exact same as LAD.
I think I'm in front of Komijul.
Indeed you are. I can see you from the drone.
The pigeon?
Then you'll notice the cops block the road. Any way I can get in there?
Not to worry. I've already looked into an infiltration route.
Alright, let's go. Way to go. So, what should I do?
Can you see the white car that's parked in front of the barricade?
I wouldn't call that a car.
I can.
There's a really small gap on the side of the car. You should be able to fit through it. It'll be a tight squeeze, I'm sure, but I have no doubt in your agility, Yagami-shi.
Yeah, but what happens if I get spotted?
You can leave that part to me.
Ah. Smart Tsukumo. Now's my chance. Ooh, what's this? Oh, Pog, gold plate. These guys are fucking dumb. Oh. I was like, who the fuck am I supposed to be throwing a coin for? That guy's blind.
Tsukumo, where should I go from here?
Komijul proper seems to be located behind those construction fences. There's one door in the fence, so that's your best bet.
Yeah, these cops are fucking blind.
Tsukumo, can I get a hand?
Just leave it to me.
They ain't. Oh, they fell for it. Wow. Japanese police as good as ever. As good as ever, Japanese police. Well done. Phew, made it without getting busted. So this is Gomijul. Kawana should be in here somewhere.
Suguro, keep navigating for me. And let me know as soon as you find Kawana. Huh? It's weird. Hello?
Great, technical difficulties now. Guess I'll just have to make my own way. Chat, stop me if this place is familiar. This is... I should be good for thingy levels. You guys recognize this place from LAD? It's the exact same. It's the exact same.
Kitakata Sensei! Show yourself! Come on, get your ass out here!
Oh my god, is it...
with the yelling, will you? You're giving away our location. How am I supposed to relax? This shit...
That guy is black. I'm sorry. Oh, hey, Segura.
Shh. Sugiura? Didn't Tsukumo-kun tell you I was on my way?
Yeah, suppose he did.
Yagami-san, all these guys are RK.
Does that mean RK beat the police to Kawana?
Probably.
No, not exactly.
Oh.
I just saw some cops let RK guys through. But
oh.
Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
No, that was no mistake. Some cops are working with RK.
But why?
Someone in authority on the force is trying to get rid of Kawana. So they want him to have an accident.
What? That's off the scale insane.
Yo.
Insane or not, I need to get to Kawana before RK or the cops do. You know where he is?
I don't. Come to think of it, why would Kawana-san come to Komicho? Does he know someone here?
Good question. Let's just focus on reaching the top of this place for now. Aren't there people from Komicho here? It can't be all RK.
Chat, what was the name of the really hot leader of the Gomijul? I can't remember, but I fucking love her. If she's in this game, I'm gonna nut. I'm gonna guess we're gonna have to fight these guys. But we'll see. Actually, I'm gonna go back and see if I can fight them because... You know, why the fuck not? Excuse me, Sugiura. Oh no, okay, we can't fight them. We have to go past them. Okay, we can't move faster. Yep, it's the exact fucking same as LAD.
That looks like a lot of RK muscle to me, Yagami-san.
Yeah, but if that many are out searching, the silver lining is that they don't have a lead on Kawana.
True. We'll just have to stay one step ahead of them then. I don't see anywhere else we can go, so let's go up those stairs.
Retreading Ichiban's footsteps, I like it. Ooh, what's this? Hi, pure, for God's sake.
Looks like this is the highest we can go.
Yagami-san, we've got RK coming in from below too.
Let's find another route on this floor.
Looks... Where there's an arrow, there's a way.
Hey.
Is Ichi chasing Yagami's? Now, this is after LAD, so Yagami's chasing Ichi's. But I should be able to jump over to that side. Let's see how we can get past there. Climbing! Maybe if I get higher, if I go this way.
Yeah, we should be able to get up from here. Yeah. There we go.
Literally the same animation as Yagami's.
Damn. Wish I was that nimble.
Oh, to be young, Yagami. Oh, how to be young. Taking the same way as Sugiura is going to be too tough. I'll have to make my own way somehow. Let's shuffle and grab this real quick. Oh, it's a twig. Nice. Oh. Oh, okay. This is the way to go. I thought I could have just climbed up that drain pipe, but sure. Parkour! I don't feel like these are the most steady of things in the world. Yo, we found the fucking rock. Let's go. Yeet. Oh! Okay, Yagami can't jump 2 feet, apparently. Oh! What the fuck? Dragon engine? Dragon engine! Oh, look at that helpful down arrow. Now I know why Froob hates these sections. Wait, what happened to my health? Or does it just respawn me? Oh wow, toughness like gives you nothing in this game, Jesus. Oh, come on! I should have made the fucking, prediction how many times.
Woo. 16 months. Hope the day is finding you well.
Ah, Kashari, thank you for the 16 months of tier 1, my guy. The day is finding me well. However, Yagami doesn't want to jump a gap. There we go. Oh, all that for a fucking toughness ZZ. Or toughness Z, rather. It's not even ZZ. It's not even the good one. Oh, wow, a beehive. Nice. Sorry, Sugiura, I can't jump.
Good work, Yagami-san.
Yo, you guys are Komi Jewel, aren't you?
Do we look it?
Komichu? Us?
What's going on here, man? This place is empty. Lead the way, would you?
Yagami-san, they seem like RK.
I'd rather not have to bullshit then.
So, take them down?
Yeah.
Oh, Hoshi's thick. Oh, this guy's pleading for mercy. Okay, good fight, I guess.
Yagami-san, looks like the top floor is up ahead. There's a room on this side too, though. Might be worth checking out.
That, if I'm not mistaken, is the save point. Yes, it is. It looks like a save point because I don't think the game will let you save. No, because this is an extended fight sequence. This is the checkpoint for this area. And I like that they have this because this is quite an extended sequence. And if you die up here, you go all the way back to the start. Hey guys, do you remember what happened in the room after this door? Because I do.
Wish we'd had some sign of Kowana-san, but maybe we'll still get lucky? Are you ready to go, Yagami-san?
Let's do it!
Yeah, let's go.
This is the room where we fought Kiryu!
It's not like anyone else is here. You think the cops...
Oh, so they're fighting the fucking life out of me. I need
What do
to
we do?
I need to mute. Well, not mute, but lower Sesame.
Seems like Kowana-san's giving them the slip. What's the plan now?
Let's find out what RK's gonna do when they
That
catch
strength
Kowana.
gang is still a threat.
Planning to kill him themselves?
Gang.
You gonna just stroll up and ask them?
Well, I only count 4 of them. So, 2 each. Piece of cake.
I guess.
Okay.
Yo, continuity, yeah.
Hello, gentlemen. Got a couple questions for you.
Huh? Who the hell are you two? You with the Kome Jewel?
Wow, they don't even recognize
Where'd the
you,
mask
Yagami-san?
come from, Sagira?
That's kind of sad.
What's going on here?
Oh, it's the black guy! From downstairs!
Huh?
Are you guys gonna be as hard as
Yagami-san?
fucking Kiryu was?
I don't think it's just 2 each anymore.
Yagami, hey, that's the detective from Kamurocho. A detective? Just get him! They're with Kitakata! Fuck yeah. Let's get it started. Hope you're ready to die.
You are the whitest black guy I've ever seen, and you are a discount as fuck, Saijima. Holy fuck. You have a gun. You die first. Did I just see someone's on fire, or was that just, Sugiura's EX? Oh god! Okay, good. Good thing I checked my health. Okay, you're taken care of. No, Sugiura is actually on fire. Shockingly tough fight, considering. But that's probably maybe down to the 2 gun guys. Reminder, we're saving our SP for Chapter 12. I can't spend it.
That all you got? I thought there were more of you guys.
Let's not jinx it, man.
You guys came looking for Kowana, right? What were you gonna do to him?
We were just told to catch him. Not sure what comes after that.
You sure the plan wasn't to kill him?
I said I don't know.
Who gave the order here? Soma?
It was Akusa-san. Probably on Soma-san's orders, though.
Hey, Yagami-san?
Hello, Gomi Jewel.
Hey, how come Ijincho has so many creepy masks?
I was just gonna ask you.
Kuwana's not here.
Huh?
That intel was fake. We were the ones who put it out.
You live here? Then you must be Komicho.
Normally, it's us hiring the handyman. But this time, it was Kuwana asking the favor.
Huh? To put out false information?
Yes. He said he wanted to see what kind of enemy he was dealing with, and how they'd respond to an eyewitness report. Seeing as how easy police info made its way to these thugs, I'd say he was wise to use caution.
He really was.
Were he any closer, he would have been ensnared by now.
So Kawana's nearby, watching everything unfold as we speak? He's really in Ijincho then?
We'll have to clear the room to discuss that.
Hey, why are you looking at me?
He was talking about you. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
As you said, Kuwana's returned to Ijincho. There are benefits to being here that only he can exploit.
Where's he hiding out?
Under the protection of Tesso from the Yokohama Ryomon. But you're cleared to see him. We already took care of that.
Kuwana actually said he'd meet us?
Come on. There's a way through the cops don't know. You can get out to the city from there.
That'd be helpful, thanks.
Guess you're not so bad after all.
Bear in mind, you may not leave alive if you come back. You were never welcome here.
And never mind.
I do like the fact that tying the Lumong and the Gomajul into this story. They're really super important to, Oh, it's the fucking secret entrance to the fucking shop!
I'm sure the
Oh, I like that!
Just so happens I've got a brother there named Tesso.
Oh, what?
Now let's get there before Kuwana changes his mind.
Just come back with Ichi. Just come back with fucking Junki Han. I was kind of hoping we'd get a Junki... Wow, we have enough already. Fuck me. I was hoping we'd get a Junki Han cameo. But, I understand why we haven't had that many well, we've had no cameos in this game. Because the entire point of the Judgment series is to keep it, away from... Is to keep it away from the Yakuza games. Want to get in the zone. I mean, didn't want to use the EX. I was holding left trigger, but oh well. Sugiura, you're not meant to kill the last guy. That's how the EX works. That's how the XP works in this game. Anyway. Where are we going? Oh, Restaurant Row. Okay. Fight these guys so I can... Yo, dickheads. Thank you. Oh, I can't use those in the bike rack. Regular gun guys just out on the street? Okay, game. I see how you're going about this. I see how you're going about all of this.
Really, guys?
Is there a Poppos nearby? No, but there are 2 fight spawns on fucking Restaurant Row. Are you kidding me? Oh, well. Oh, look, we avoid them both. Oh, there's 3 fight spawns on Restaurant Row. Lamau.
Tesso-san told me to let you in.
Yagami Aniki?
Will you be coming inside?
That means Kuwana's back there. Maybe I should prep before going in. Nah.
Sure, let me pass.
This way, please.
Game? Oof. Woo! Thought the game crashed for a second. Woo! Nah, Geek, we're on good terms with the Lumong. We're on good terms with them.
Hey, man. Welcome back, friends.
Tesso Aniki? Do I have to call you that?
Take a seat. And you too, buddy.
This'll be fun.
And which of your names should we be using for you now? Kuwana? Or do you prefer Kitakata-sensei?
Kitakata's a name that's been all but murdered by society. In Ijincho, I'm just a merry old handyman Kuwana-san.
If you ask the cops, you're the murder suspect Kitakata. After killing Sawa-sensei, you fled the scene. At least, that's the story the police top brass are passing down through the ranks. Now, why would they say something like that about you?
Calm down, Yagami. How come you never relax?
So Kawana hired you guys from the start, and you pretended to not know each other in front of me? If that's the case, you really went all out for me.
Didn't I tell you? The Liumang accepts anonymous requests, too. Tesso didn't know I was the one who hired him. I suppose there's no point in hiding that now.
That's just how it is. Nothing to get mad over, bro.
You really aren't hiding anything? Did you tell him all you've done?
He's a former high school teacher who's going around killing bullies. Can't be much more to hide than that. Need any more convincing?
Honestly, I'm at a loss. I worked my ass off to get where you are.
And I'm still trying to untangle the mess you've made of it. You've got my student helpers by the throats. So I'm really backed into a corner here.
Oh, gee.
You mean the graduates from Kurokawa Academy? Like Mamiya-san?
Very good, Sugiura-kun. So how about it? No reason for us to doubt each other's intentions, right? All the secrets are out in the open now.
Well, I don't know about all of them.
And I'm gonna light up.
You were just over at Komiju, weren't you? RK was looking for me there. The police even lent them a hand.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm even more confused. I give up. Who in the world could be after me?
Public
Who has
security.
influence over both RK and the police?
Here to venture a guess?
They'd be the uneducated guesses of a handyman. You got any bright ideas yourself, Master Detective?
I haven't confirmed it for sure yet, but I have a pretty good theory for you.
Oh? Who?
Public security. I just heard this from Detective Watanabe. The ones looking for Kawana are public security.
The Public Security Division. That's what a detective from Kanagawa PD said. According to them, you're the prime suspect in Sawa-sensei's murder. That's why Kanagawa PD was told to lay off RK. Any trace of RK in the footage near Sawa-sensei's place is gone. Likely public security's work. And with that kind of backing, it's understandable why RK is so confident.
Yo, hold up again. Why is public security after Kawana in the first place?
Why is public security after Kawana? Likely the wishes of a specific individual. They're working with Reiko Kusamoto.
Public security is probably working for Reiko Kusamoto, Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health.
What?
Kawana, you had your students kidnap Shinya Kawai, right? 5 years ago in Kamurocho? Kawai bullied Reiko Kusamoto's son, Mitsuru-kun. That painted a target on his back for you. But before you took Kawai out, you approached Reiko Kusamoto with your revenge offer, didn't you? Ahara told us that. Before taking revenge on a bully, you'd approach the family about it first. Did you make the same offer to Reiko Kusamoto?
What if I did?
She's the Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health. She's pretty popular. She's even cleaning up her predecessor's mess. If it were to surface that she agreed to a revenge killing, they'd have yet another massive scandal on their hands. And if you get to go down in cuffs instead of a body bag, that detail may just come out. Before that can happen, Reiko Kusamoto plans to
have me silenced and use public security to do it.
Pretty much.
Exactly. Except public security can't just go after you, so they subcontracted RK to do the dirty work. That would explain why public security is trying to cover for RK.
I see. Well, the logic starts off soundly enough.
Something wrong with it?
Unfortunately, yes. Something does stick out.
And what's that?
I did, in fact, approach Kusamoto-san 5 years ago about taking revenge on Shinya Kawai. And just as you said, I used Mamiya-kun and the others to kidnap Kawai.
And?
From that point on, Kusamoto-san knew I was directing Mamiya-kun and the others. She'd seen their faces, knew their identities, everything. So, if Kusamoto-san wanted to go after me, Mamiya-kun and the others would be first on the list. But the fact is, public security hasn't laid a finger on them, even now. Which means Kusumoto-san isn't the one giving them orders.
So if Reiko Kusumoto was giving orders to public security, she could have gotten Kawana much quicker.
Sure, that makes some sense.
Hey, so sorry if this is off topic, but what was Kusumoto-san doing when Shinya Kawai was killed 5 years back?
She was standing right there with me. Afterwards, she took 3 days of PTO, and that was a first for her.
Why?
Shinya Kawai died at the hands of Kusumoto-san. She drove the knife into his chest personally. She took it slow, making sure he suffered the whole time. Just like Akihiro Ehara, she avenged her son with her own 2 hands. I admire her.
She
Wow.
killed Kawai herself?
That's why she's after him. He's an eyewitness. The current Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health committed murder. If that's true, she had to keep that hidden for a long time.
Afterward, she told me she'd never wash the smell of his blood off her hands.
Damn, man.
I was the only one who knew that, by the way. The others have no idea.
Yeah, his throat was slit.
On that day 5 years ago, I sent them straight home after they brought me Kawai. And I was the only one with Kusumoto-san when she killed him.
This sounds way too crazy to be real.
Even so, the fact is, Kusumoto-san hasn't betrayed me. Besides, I doubt the Vice Minister is powerful enough to order public security around.
You'd be
But who
surprised.
is giving them their orders?
Well, I'd say your theory's on the right track. I'm sure public security contracted RK. It lines up with what's happened so far. I imagine they're so persistent because they know I can be used against Kusumoto-san.
Either way, whoever's pulling the strings is someone who'll benefit from your capture. So if it isn't Reiko Kusumoto, maybe it's one of her enemies?
An enemy?
Yeah, like someone within the Ministry of Health. Or maybe even some kind of political rival. Nothing would be more valuable to them than dirt on Kusumoto, right? They're probably trying to take her down. Or they could threaten and manipulate her as they see fit. Is that why public security's been taking action?
I don't know. I still think it's
They wanted to take
Kusumoto.
her down. They could have had the police investigate her fair and square.
Whoever's behind RK and public security must be an enemy of Reiko Kusumoto. That seems to be the most logical train of thought. No, I still think it's Kusumoto. Because if Kawana is an eyewitness to her committing murder, then as soon as he's dead, that entire thing is off the table. Like, he doesn't have to go off with... She doesn't have to go after the others because, you know, they'll have nothing to gain from exposing it. Because then she could, or someone else could go, yeah, they were involved, they helped me, but they were also involved in this murder, this murder, this murder, this murder, this murder. I still think it's Kusumoto.
Right. Kusumoto-san can walk away from the Ministry of Health.
I still think it's
anytime she
Kusumoto.
wants. Plus, she has the public's support, especially with the younger crowds. All just more reasons for her to have enemies.
I read some article about how even the Prime Minister has a hard time with her. Like, she'll get up in his face every time he signs an order. Dumbass loses so many arguments, he practically works for her now.
So the Prime Minister's trying to find some dirt on Reiko Kusumoto?
He's just an example. Weren't you listening when we said Kusumoto-san has lots of enemies in her position?
Hey, don't be a dick.
So whoever's behind this may have been looking for a weakness in Kusumoto-san for a while. They must have got their start after realizing Ehara's case was really about getting revenge on a bully. That puts Ehara and Reiko Kusumoto in the same boat, being that their only sons were bullying victims. And if they discovered that Kawai also vanished 5 years ago...
Regardless, that wouldn't account for the rest of the incidents where a bully ended up dead. You'd know. You're the one going up and down the whole country killing them off, aren't you? Kawai makes number 7.
7? Damn, man.
It wouldn't take much to connect the dots. It'd lead straight to her. Reiko Kusumoto. Then they'd know that she was among the victims who got her revenge.
Yeah. And then, to Ehara's case. The link between him and Kusumoto is clear as day now if you know what you're looking for. That link Sawa-sensei. It took me a while, but I connected the two cases together myself. It was RK. She never should have even been on their radar. In fact, they traced your name from her. Sawa-sensei knew. She suspected you were involved with the Mikoshiba murder in one way or another, right? You don't care. You see your killing spree on these former bullies like you're doing the country a service. In your eyes, this is vengeance. Actually, no. You'd call it justice, wouldn't you? Except... Sawa-sensei wouldn't have died if it was.
That was never my intent. She shouldn't have died.
No. You don't get to just brush her off like that. Like an afterthought. You had to have known you'd go down for this eventually. And you're fine if all your old students like Yui Mamiya go down with you. By then, why would you look back at your trail of blood? Why would you clean up all your carnage? It's not your problem, right? You move forward with one purpose. Send as many bullies to hell as you can. Beyond that, you don't give a shit what happens. Sawa-sensei died in tears. You didn't see what I saw. The fear she must have felt was still frozen on her face. You, Ihara, Reiko Kusamoto, you're all murderers. And so far, all of you have gotten away with it. So why did Yoko Sawa end up having to pay the price? Tell me, will you even be able to look her in the eye when you die?
Whoa.
I doubt it. That's gonna follow me well into the afterlife. So what now, then? March to the cops and turn myself in?
You should. If you don't do exactly that, no one will know why she had to die. And that'll be the end of her story. Everyone will keep on dancing around her death, even though she was completely innocent. Just like the cops are doing.
Afraid I can't do that. If I turn myself in now, there's only one thing that happens. Public security takes me out. And worse, Reiko Kusamoto would be compromised. And that, I will never allow to happen. Of all the people involved in this, she deserves to walk free. Her revenge was justified.
You think so?
All she did was scrape off the scum of the earth that pushed her only son into an attempted suicide. She didn't sit around crying about a legal miscarriage. She took justice into her own hands. No one has any right to indict her for that. So don't go there. Nobody lays a finger on her.
Damn. Tesso, you may want to move.
Skinny ginger kid. Looks like this is gonna turn into a little more than a chat.
Good thinking.
Yeah, cool motive, still murder.
So is your plan to kill me too? Anyone who interferes with your justice, we all get added to your body count, don't we?
The punishment fits the crime. You're just blind. If you can't see that, then you can go to hell! Stay out of my way!
Koana again. Right. Mortal countered, motherfucker! Good fight! Fucking good fight! Holy fuck! Hope that we kinda cheesed him into a corner, by the way. The fact they're just looking on.
How long has this been going now?
I lost track.
Call it?
Nah. They're gonna tire out eventually. Beating the shit out of each other is the way some people communicate.
I can see that.
I fucking like Tesso. He's a bitch to fight, but I like Tesso. Please can Tesso come back in Like a Dragon 2 or Yakuza 8 or whatever the fuck they're calling that game.
There we go. Now let's stop him.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Haven't you had enough yet?
What? You think it's time to give it a rest?
Hell no. Stay out of our way.
You're not looking so hot.
You got lucky I stopped when I did, you know. I had a move lined up with your name on it.
You're the one who got lucky as far as I'm concerned. I was about to kick your ass.
What a fucking mess, guys.
Not all the chairs. Oh, what? The Zhao! What the fuck is Zhao doing in this game?
Hey, both of you.
Why is Zhao just cooking Chinese food?
One of our higher-ups cooked this himself. Look good if there's any left.
Not a problem. This stuff's great.
Delicious. Man, this is the good stuff.
But why Zhao?
So that means Reiko Kusamoto could be being targeted by public security.
Right. It's possible part of the police wants to catch me as leverage against Kusamoto-san on public security orders. But that's only if public security really is behind this. You're the one who said you got that info from a cop.
Well, someone up top's been putting pressure on the investigation. That much is clear. But no matter how you slice it, the fact that you're enemy number one while RK roams free is absurd. Unfortunately, all I got out of that cop was that public security itself is who we're up against.
Public security is Japan's top intelligence agency. If they're after you, there's no escape.
Agreed.
And I guess now's a good time to make a suggestion.
What's up, Tesco?
Tell me, who benefits the most from you two fighting? Huh? That'd be public security. The more you drag each other down, the easier they'll be able to get the jump on you. By the time you notice, it's too late. They've got you. That's exactly what they'd want, right? But what if you two work together? You watch each other's backs and act before RK and public security do. You might even be able to find out who's pulling the strings.
Huh. Yeah. For two enemies to join forces, there needs to be an even greater threat to fight.
Sure. I'm on board with that.
Fine, but this is only temporary. Once we finish with public security, I'm gonna make sure you answer for what you've done.
Okay. Then where do we start? Should we just storm public security at this point?
No. First, we need to confirm public security is really the enemy we're after.
Right. We'll make our move after that.
We have the element of surprise. They have no idea we're working together.
Then we'll use it to our advantage and outsmart them.
Aw, look at the boys playing nice.
If public security's trying to find some leverage against Kusamoto-san, they'll likely be listening in on her. They're the experts in wiretapping and espionage, after all. We just need a quick confirmation.
How?
We'll just give her a call.
Right here?
Huh?
Yes. That way, her enemy will trace the call and pinpoint our location. And public security is the only one in Japan who can pull that off, so we'll know right away if it's
Well, and Tsukumo, but...
Thinking.
Yeah. Wait, hold up! You saying if you call up Reiko Kusamoto, then the bad guys will start pouring in? Can we maybe not do that here?
Actually, that might just work in our favor.
Huh? Bro, why are you talking crazy?
Yagami-san, you sure about getting on bro terms without Kaito-san? Wouldn't that bum him out?
True.
Whoa. This is amazing. What is this?
Good shit, huh? You've got good taste, bro. I knew you of all people would notice the difference.
Kuwana, when was the last time you spoke to Rick?
That was random, but sure.
5 years ago, on the night she killed Kawhi. We arranged it so we'd never contact each other after that.
So you have her number then?
If it hasn't changed.
What is it then? I have an idea.
What?
We're gonna set a trap to find out if we really are up against public security. If they trace the call and they send people for us, then we know for sure it's them. That's why we're gonna call Reiko Kusamoto using a location that doesn't exist at all.
How's that work?
We'll use 2 phones that can't be traced back to us, and we'll relay your voice. Obviously you won't be wherever we do this from. Best to do this someplace with no one around. Once we see who they send in, mission accomplished.
I keep sending her invites to Gambit, but she won't get in the transmat.
Don't worry, I got it. You'll catch up, Sugiura-kun.
First, we need to know our enemy. I'll have Tsukumo prep us some burner phones.
Which means a truce for the time being?
Only while you're here. Gotta keep things civil for my brother.
Man, Zhao-san's cooking makes even the suckiest situations not suck.
Cheers to that.
Of all the characters to cameo from LAD, they went with Zhao. I mean, I get it, he's still the head of the Lumang, but come on. Junki-han, fucking Adachi. I mean, come on. There were hardly anybody like Zhao, to be honest. I didn't use Zhao, but
Hey, so Tsukumo-kun's already got the phones ready. They're burners that can't be traced back to us.
2 of them, right?
Just like you asked for.
Nicely done, Yokohama 99. You work quick.
okay, time to go see Tsukumo. Should I go on the bartender? I mean, not Kashiwagi-san is... Kashiwagi-san's in the game. He is the bartender, so for Bar Survive. But yeah, I would have liked if he had a little bit more of a little bit more of a thing than just being faceless bartender at Bar Survive.
Ah, just the 2 I've been waiting for. Excellent work, by the way.
Thanks, Tsukumo.
Got those burner phones ready?
Of course I do. Who do you think I am?
Tsukumo, I just said.
I still don't fully get what's going on. Yagami-san, what are we gonna do with these?
Okay, I'll break it down. First, we call Kawana on 1 phone. Let's say this one here. Then we use this other phone to call Reiko Kusamoto. Using them that way. The phones won't be connected to each
69!
other, but their voices will be relayed so they can talk normally.
Oh, okay. And then?
If public security finds out Reiko Kusamoto's talking to Kawana, they'll trace the call without actually finding him. Then we can see exactly who they send without risk of being seen ourselves.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm getting it.
Surely you don't intend to do that here, do you? That would put a beacon on us for Kawana-san's enemies.
Yeah, we'll do it somewhere remote. We need a place where nobody would raise an eyebrow at an army of public security boys. And it's gotta have a good vantage point.
There's a building under construction not far from here. It's late, so no one should be around that may get involved unintentionally.
Where is it?
It's right near Seirio High. There's a crane by the river, too. You'll know when you see it.
Okay, you 2 stay put. I should be able to handle this alone.
You sure about that?
Let me at least put out a drone, Yagamishi, even if it isn't much. I'll use it to capture the faces of Kawana-san's pursuers.
That'd be good.
It's a good idea, actually. Good shit, Tsukumo. Right, let's go, let's go completely fool one of the most intelligent parts of the Japanese government by putting phones into 69. Because that's gonna work. Oh shit, this is where Part-Time Hero is. That's cool.
This must be the construction site Tsukumo was talking about.
I'm getting Kiwami 2 vibes from this place. Like, ending of Kiwami 2.
This is Tsukumo. Yagami-shi, I've confirmed your position.
Yeah. I think I can spot whoever comes close from here. I'm gonna call Kawana on the burner.
I hate that angle. I hate that Dutch angle so much.
It's Kawana.
You ready? I'm about to call Reiko Kusamoto. Once you're connected, you take it from there.
It's been 5 years since I last spoke to her.
Yeah. Can't imagine this won't be awkward.
I know. Okay, do it.
Was the duct tape necessary? Reiko Kusamoto, Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health. If you want a long-established career, don't be Vice Minister in a judgment game.
Yes, hello?
This is Kitakata, from Kurakawa Academy.
What?
You'll have to forgive me for this, but the position I'm in required me to reach out to you. I would never have done this otherwise. I should also note, there's a high probability this phone call is being tapped.
I see. Very well, then.
It's been 13 years, Kusumoto-san.
So it has.
Kitakata-sensei. I've read about your accomplishments. To think you'd become a vice minister.
That's why it got duct taped.
But that's not true at all, Kusumoto-san. You were always destined to move up in the world. I've got to be honest with you. A woman as virtuous and as capable as you deserves the world and then some.
But how is Mitsuru-kun?
I'm afraid he's still asleep. Nothing's changed.
I see. I wish I had the words.
What is it you wanted?
If you've been watching the news, you've probably already heard. I've become a prime suspect for a crime. They think I murdered Yokosawa in her apartment.
I've heard.
Obviously, it wasn't me who killed her, of course. Do you happen to remember Sawa-kun by any chance?
The girl from your class. She was the only one of those students who ever came to visit Mitsuru. But even then, that's been at least 10 years now.
Well, she's dead, so she can't do it now.
She wanted to tell me she'd become a teacher. But I never did reply. And that was the last I'd heard from her.
I see.
So back to my question. What do you want?
I hope you weren't planning to ask me for a favor. I'm afraid the answer would be no.
No, it's not that. It's just... I wanted to let you know that at some point, someone may come to you to ask a few questions about me. I thought I should give you a heads up. I'll make every effort to ensure they won't cause any trouble for you.
Yo, he's got a PS5!
I'm sorry about this.
The kid's in a coma and he's got a PS5!
So in your opinion, then, do you believe anything related to you could cause me any trouble?
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll be just fine.
We're almost to the signal. Kill the headlights.
2 cars inbound. Looks like we were right on the money. This proves Reiko Kusamoto's phone is compromised. And if there's one organization capable of tracing a call and moving on it, it's gotta be public security on the hunt for Kawana.
Public security is really coming straight to you by car?
No. There's no way they could mobilize their people that quickly. My guess, it's gotta be the prefectural police that they've got in their pocket. Or it's just RK.
I will say it's been great to hear your voice again. but this should be the last time you ever hear from me. I'll try my best.
I understand. Goodbye.
Yo, kid, wake up. You've got Miles Morales DLC to play.
Hey, look. It's a drone. It has a phone attached to it. Shoot it. Shoot it down.
You sure?
Just take it down. Hurry it up. Hey, what the fuck are you aiming at?
I can't hit it. It's too small. Shit.
Damn, dude. How the hell are we supposed to chase down a drone? And where the fuck is this Kuwana
Yeah,
guy?
this guy went to the fucking Stormtrooper School of Gun Discipline.
Shithead, but how the hell are we supposed to do that? It's fucked up. Do we look like Spec Ops?
Yeah, right. But at least you gotta shoot that thing.
This is my second time, actually. I took a few shots at some kids in a park. I aimed at the ground and sent those little shits running for their lives.
We're done here. Pack it in.
That's 6 punks and only 1 gun between you by my count.
Who the fuck are you?
It was you guys in charge. I'm sure Kuwana would have had this whole thing solved a long time ago. Well, then again, I suppose I do have to give you credit for how fast you made it here.
Bye-bye.
That was my gun, asshole!
Who's the one giving the orders? You may as well just level with me. You guys are RK's bottom rung, right?
It sounds like you must know Kuwana. Well, I guess we're not gonna be leaving here empty-handed after all. Come on! We're taking this guy in, boys! Fuck him up!
Well then, if you think you're gonna fuck me up, oh, I gotta get into the zone and get drunk. Wow, okay. That's one down. That's the 2 big boys down. Okay. And where's the actual scary guys?
Who sent you here?
The order came from the head honchos in RK.
You mean Soma?
Not that high up. It was one of the bosses. There's a bunch of them.
Akutsu?
What did they tell you to do once you found Kuwana?
They just said to catch him. Well, they also made it very clear not to kill him. Like we'd pull the trigger. We never even heard what our cut was.
Just another useless grunt. Tell me, gentlemen, how would you feel if you found out you were just pawns in public security's game?
We're playing what game now?
I suggest you quit RK while you can. Go tell your buddies, get them out too. Otherwise, they'll keep you in the dark, use you and toss you aside. And then, you'll end up in a ditch there's no crawling out of.
Yes?
Pardon me. You would be Reiko Kusumoto, correct?
Sir, it's a little late for this. And how'd you get in here in the first place? I've expressly forbid having visitors.
Her voice is familiar. That's Hawthorne. Her voice actor's Hawthorne. If one of you could check IMDb to verify that, I'd greatly appreciate it. She either sounds like Hawthorne or she is Hawthorne. What is it with RGG hiring all the Destiny voice actors?
Calm now. I'm a coordinator with the National Police Bureau, but I'm sure you're familiar with my Division of Public Security. Bondo is my name, ma'am.
Are you?
Bondo.
Well, I'm afraid coordinator is rather vague.
Yeah, she's totally
I have
Hawthorne.
a more public-facing title as well, of course. But I'm trying to be discreet here, so let's not get bogged down with minor details. It's in our best interests. I'm afraid that won't help. I've already seen to that.
What is this?
There's a question I need answered with some urgency, Kusumoto-san.
It is Hawthorne? Thought
The
so.
disappearance of a certain individual.
Huh.
About 5 years ago, a man vanished off the streets of Kamurocho. I'm sure you'll recognize him. A former classmate of Mitsuru-kun here, Shinya Kawai. I believe there are things you might know. I can say that with some level of certainty, as a matter of fact.
Well, fuck. Well, fuck for Kusumoto-san. Schitt's Creek without a paddle.
A shadow looms over Yagami and Kuwana. Japan's National Intelligence Agency, Public Security, fixes its gaze on Reiko Kusumoto of the Ministry of Health.
Oh, she was an LED too? Oh, okay.
5 years ago, Kuwana prompted her to take revenge on Shinya Kawai for pushing her son to the brink. Secrets can only lie dormant so long, and upon their waking, chaos ensues.
Chapter 11, Undercover. Before the next load of cutscenes start, chat, I'm going to take a bathroom break real quick. I don't want to interrupt any of these cutscenes. Chapter 11 is pretty short. We get to play dress up again. That's going to be fun. I will be right back. I'll be as quick as I can and enjoy these clips for the next 2 or 3 minutes. Let's loot this guard while we're here. What the fuck? What the fuck? What do you mean our cover's blown? I boarded the ship. I get in the butthole very easily. Crush me between your thighs. Please, dummy! But Pepsi Man! It's Pepsi Man! I'm just gonna say, Kiryu needs to wank more. It's sus! Alexa! Shut up! I spent so much on OnlyFans. Fuck! You just completely ruined that Mustang. You just completely killed that Mustang driver. What the fuck? What the fuck? Nandayo! Clip that! Clip it! What the fuck just happened? These boys are going Brokeback Mountain on us. The fuck is this? If I can hit this, I'm a fucking god.
Oh, also, you want to see something fun if the Unstopped spawns here? Lamau Anarchy.
Ha ha!
Oh my god,
Oh,
this season is...
The pin! We have a new champion! We have a new champion just like that for Pepsi Man! He's not stealing Mitsuru-kun's PS5 today. No PS5 in the bank for Pepsi Man today. A few days later.
You've done it again, Tsukumo. Can't believe you found it.
I figured Mitsuru Kusumoto would be in one of the better hospitals around the health ministry. That narrowed it down to just a few locations. Then I pinpointed the exact one through sheer determination.
And that led you to Toto University Hospital. So Mitsuru is still lying in a coma there?
Yep. Reiko Kusumoto has been visiting her son every night for the past 13 years. Even after she became vice minister. If you gentlemen want to meet her in person, that would be your best chance.
But Yagami, you seriously think you can convince Reiko Kusumoto to turn herself in?
Well, gonna try at least.
She's at the top of the food chain. If it comes out that she committed murder, the whole country's gonna lose it.
If they hadn't tried to hide it, nobody else would have needed to pay for it. Like Sawa-sensei.
Yeah. You're right.
And if she confesses to killing Kawhi, public security will run out of reasons to keep defending RK. So in theory, that should free up the police to pursue Soma about Sawa-sensei.
Totally agree with you there.
But Kawana-san's against that, right? Didn't he say he wouldn't let her turn herself in?
Yeah. That's why he's not in the loop on this.
So, you're just gonna show up? You do know she's probably surrounded by public security at all times, don't you?
Just means we gotta be prepared for that. Like the professional detectives we are.
Prepared? How?
Just leave it to us. Yagami-san, I gotta go get ready. Let's meet at Toto University Hospital.
Got it.
See ya.
So what do you need from me in this, Yagami?
You're keeping the lights
Got any
on.
old acquaintances in RK? Think you can find out where Soma and Akatsu are?
You forget who you're talking to? Why wouldn't I be able to cover that? I knew a few ex-Tojo guys who go in and out of RK on the regular.
Thanks. But watch your back. If they find out you're spying on them, they won't like it.
I'll be ready. Like the professional ex-Yakuza I am. See ya.
He's rough around the edges, but in the end, he comes through.
Yeah. Turns out he's got extra time on his hands.
Why don't you hire him at your office, Yagami-shi?
I'll talk about that with Kaito-san once he recovers. Anyway, sorry Tsukumo, but we have to take Sugiura from you again.
Why start apologizing now? It's all good. We'll talk again soon.
Yeah, Tsukumo, you just sit there and keep playing video games for a bit while we steal Sugiura to do stuff. Should head to Toto University Hospital and convince Reiko Tsunomoto to turn herself in. Hi, Bun-chan. How much SP do we have? We have 75k. I could get boost attack level 4. I could get EX extension level 3. None of those would help. Those are hands reversal crane. None of those are good. Quick step below. Alright, we'll get quick step below. Get double quick step. Excuse, skateboard rocketeer. Skateboard rocketeer. Wonder where that's from. Let's do that. And then we still have the 40K for when we get to chapter 12. Oh, by the way, chat. I just realized those are spread legs. And that this is basically the red light district. Yeah, I've been playing these games for a year and a half. I've played through every single mainline Yakuza game and the majority of the spin-offs. And yet I only just realized that it's called Pink Street because it's the red light district. Yeah, I'm smart. To Toto Hospital. We got 1,000 SP for taking a cab. Let's go. By the way, this is the same hospital that fucking Haruka was at in Yakuza 6. Did we just steal a fucking taxi? Because that's Segura. We know Kitakata-sensei, please don't speak. Your phone is compromised by public security. This is kind of a smart thing. But she is sus as fuck.
What are you? Don't worry. I'll give it back to you after this. I'm sure it's bugged. And we wouldn't want anyone listening in now, would we?
Following in the footsteps of the great Taichi Suzuki.
Drop you back off at the hospital. Sorry, but we just need a bit of your time.
Very well. Who are you people?
We're just local detectives, but Kitakata-sensei is an acquaintance of ours. We know about Mitsuru-kun, and we know that 5 years ago, a man named Shinya Kawai mysteriously disappeared and died.
I have no idea what you're saying.
But you do. I know how this must come across right now, so I assure you, we aren't the ones posing a threat.
Fine. What is it you want, then?
All I want is the truth. In your own words. About Shinya Kawai, and how you carried out his murder.
You're mistaken. I didn't do it.
Oh?
The other day you received a call from Kitakata-sensei, didn't you? He goes by the name Koano now, and works as a handyman in Ijincho. He made that call because we needed to confirm something.
Confirm what?
Whether or not you were being watched by public security.
Public security, you say?
Is she surprised at all, or maybe she already had a hunch?
As it turns out, you are. Your cell phone is bugged. It can even use GPS to trace who's on the other end of the line. That kind of trace is only possible with cooperation from the cellular providers. Unless you're public security, who could pull something like that off in secret. They want to hit you where you're vulnerable. And that's what you are now after Koano. Do you understand, Kusumoto-san? You must really be something special. You were never in this job for yourself. It fell into your lap as your predecessors fell like dominoes. That's why you don't owe anyone anything. You're free of constraints. And Mitsuru-kun's tragedy even gained you public sympathy on top of it. Combine all that with a capable bureaucrat like you, there's no telling what you could accomplish. You're cleaning up house, tackling the revolving door problems. Things you know are the right moves, but with no regard for the consequences. I understand even the cabinet gauges your opinion, since you have so much public support. But I think that's also made you some enemies. Most likely whoever's holding public security's leash.
I have more than a few enemies. I'm well aware of that. And I have no doubt public security would comply with them. To be quite frank, public security only exists to maintain the status quo. The establishment is made up of various powers which control politics and finance. But naturally, each branch has its own agendas, goals, ideas of justice, which leads to all sorts of issues and hindrances, which you call constraints. The more individuals who make up society, the more unavoidable that is.
Are you implying it's public security's job to loosen those constraints?
There's more to it than that. The world we live in requires all kinds of value systems to coexist, even in chaos.
Are you
But
justifying
if you loosen
the
the constraints too far, the fall of the state is inevitable. In that regard, public security's role is to stabilize and maintain the state, even while bound by constraints. In other words, the constraints of these powers are precisely what are protected by public security. So the fact that I am not caught up in all that does, indeed, make me something of a pesky foreign object.
A pesky foreign object. I see. So to these establishment people, you're something to be excised.
I guess there's bullying among adults in high places too.
Yeah. Now we know why they were looking for any kind of weakness in you. And that's when they turned the spotlight on Shinya Kawai's disappearance. An event that was triggered by Akihiro Ihara's case. You know the one, I presume.
Yes.
An active-duty policeman exacted revenge on the bully who drove his son to suicide. Your enemies must have heard that and thought to themselves, what would Reiko Kusamoto have done to her son's bully? I'm guessing that's what prompted public security to make their move. As the details of Ihara's case came to light, a group of thugs calling themselves RK started looking for Shinya Kawai, all to find out that he was kidnapped 5 years ago, probably killed.
I never did anything out of revenge.
Oh, damn, I gave my mid-sip of drink. Naturally, she wasn't going to divulge any secrets having just met me. I don't have enough evidence to make her talk.
Even after finding out Kawai disappeared, public security still had to verify it. But if they found out you were involved, that'd be a win for them. They'd finally know Reiko Kusamoto.
Oh, thank you for the drink, Yoshari.
How long are you going to keep talking?
As public security figured out, the bullying cases involving Toshiro Ihara and your son share a common link. That link being Sawa-sensei. She was Mitsuru-kun's classmate and Toshiro Ihara's teacher. Not only that, she was also linked to Ihara's murder victim, Mikoshiba. She was his master teacher. So, not long after the murder, RK came to Ijincho and broke into her home. That must have been when they got Kawana's name out of her. I think Sawa-sensei suspected that Kawana was involved in Mikoshiba's murder. Then Soma steps in, with his professional interrogation skills, to beat and scare her into spilling everything. Kusamoto-san, you knew she was killed, right? Kawana should have told you over the phone.
Wait, are you not one of his colleagues? He said he wouldn't cause me any trouble, and that he would never call me again.
Kawana and I are competitors on a temporary ceasefire. We're not colleagues.
She's been flustered since I mentioned Sawa-sensei's name. This is my chance to ask her questions I can't ask anybody else. Oh boy. Which one do we go with? Top one first, why not?
Has anybody from public security contacted you? Have you been approached by any strangers?
I have my suspicions.
What are their names? I imagine what they wanted was to exploit your weakness to control you. Because if all they wanted was to eliminate you, some kind of accident would be easily arranged.
Yes. I suppose you're right.
Do you have any idea what these people are after? And do you mind sharing?
What they want is control of the pension fund, which is under the Health Ministry's jurisdiction.
Pension fund?
An independent agency within the ministry manages the National Pension Fund. It's taxpayer funded, and it's worth 160 trillion yen.
Fucking hell!
And certain groups want to take bigger risks with that money in order to generate more profit. In other words, they want the health ministry to use taxpayer money to gamble. They believe that's the only way to rebuild Japan's faltering economy and secure the future of this country.
I mean, would it work?
Of course. If the gamble actually pays off. But if we lost the gamble, then we wouldn't be able to guarantee anything for the citizens of this country in their golden years. That's why the health ministry manages those funds conservatively, even if it means the returns are lower.
Okay.
So this is all about wanting pension funds.
Don't leave me in the dust, Yagami-san.
To be able to gamble all this taxpayer money to save the economy, they need a change of management. And here's Kusamoto-san, head of the office. And she's beyond the control of even the ministers. Her position has the power to take action, to override the way the pension fund is managed. But not only does Kusamoto-san have the power, she has the support of the people. If a new vice minister were to try it, they'd be stopped cold by the constraints.
So that's why they wanted to find her weakness and exploit it?
Exactly. And if the 160 trillion yen gamble were to fail, they could blame the whole thing on Kusamoto-san anyway.
Okay. Wow. 160 trillion.
That is so much
Guessing
money.
They've already contacted you about it?
That's an assumption.
She's been okay, so next question.
How's your son doing now?
He could wake up any minute now. Of course, that's been true for the last 13 years.
I see.
We transferred him to Toto University Hospital just this year, hoping they could spur his recovery. But it turns out they don't do anything much different from the previous hospital. All I can do is wait.
Well, that's fucking
I
depressing.
have to ask you about Shinya Kawai. You killed him 5 years ago. With your own hands, didn't you? I understand what your feelings must be towards Kawai, but was that really the only answer?
If you've spoken to Kitakata-sensei, then you must know about the video of how Mitsuru was treated.
I do.
Aside from
Do we have
Kawai,
to see this video again?
The other students pretended like nothing happened. They took no responsibility. They put on their sad faces, and they came to visit Mitsuru at the hospital. But looking back on it now, I don't think they really wanted Mitsuru to wake up. In fact, that's what they were checking on. And what did I do? I bowed my head and thanked them. It was only later that Kitakata-sensei showed me the video. That's when I knew that those kids going unpunished was wrong.
And your solution was to pull them into the quagmire? Make them accomplices in murdering Kawai?
If you already know so much, what more do you need to ask?
Nothing else.
I get it now. Let me reiterate. We are not your enemy.
Then please, let me go.
Anything you want me to tell Kawana?
I do. He needs to run. Far away. Public security has their sights on him. His capture is not a question.
Why can't the
of
rookies
if,
learn
but
how to
when.
come?
He's in danger if he remains in the country. And once public security has him, they will extract everything he knows.
Why the pan to her lap?
Be tortured?
Yes. Somewhere well beyond the public eye. No one can withstand what they do. He'd tell them everything. And as for me...
They would expose your vulnerability, making you their pawn.
Most likely. They gamble away the
Oh, her
taxpayers'
hands were
money,
meant to be
and
shaking?
never
Okay.
purge the corruption in the health ministry.
I get that. What does it matter?
What?
Because in my opinion, you need to turn yourself in, Kusamoto-san.
You want me to admit to manslaughter? You think I killed a real man? I say he was less than one. Shinya Kawai. He was little more than a subhuman brute. And you saw it. You saw what that brute did to my son. I hated Kitakata-sensei. He was an incompetent teacher. An idiot who turned a blind eye to Mitsuru being tortured. But that changed when he suddenly showed up 8 years later. And then he showed me that video. He said, every bully in that video, they deserved to be punished. That it was the only way to get closure.
You took him up on it? But you of all people should have known better.
True. You're right about that. I struggled with it quite a bit. It's an unconscionable act, no matter how deep your animosity runs. But Kitakata-sensei's words hung on. I couldn't get them out of my head. I saw for myself. I went to Kamurocho, where I'd heard Kawai was working, at a girls' bar. So you know, after Mitsuru jumped that day, Kawai came to me in tears to apologize. I hadn't seen him in all that time. If he'd frozen in place when he saw me, if he'd been the slightest bit apologetic, I might have been able to stay my hand.
I take it he didn't do any of that.
Right. He didn't even recognize my face. And that's hardly the worst part of it, actually. When he saw me, he took me for some bawdy cougar on the prowl for young men. If you've got the cash, I'll show you a good time, he said. All those tears he'd shed years earlier were a farce. But I knew that. Deep down, I'd already known that. That was it. That was the moment I lost all doubt about killing him. And as for those other kids who bullied Mitsuru, they should thank me they didn't share his fate. But that's why. That's why I don't feel like I have any sins to atone for. Every night I pray he will wake up. What more can you ask me to endure?
Kawana said something similar. But you think you can repeat all that? This time say it to her.
Isn't that Sawa-san?
Yep.
You and Kawana can congratulate yourselves. You got vengeance on a monster. But what you're choosing not to see is that your actions had consequences for her. It's vicious. I've seen this before. Justice for one at the cost of another. Someone innocent always pays the price. I won't just sit here and watch as history tries to repeat itself. This phone isn't being traced by anyone. So, if you have a change of heart, just give me a call before you turn yourself in.
It's a bit of a jump of logic to say that she played a part in Sawa's death. I mean, I guess, I know he's mourning. I know he's upset about Sawa-sensei, and I know he's pissed at Kitakata for his part in it all, but she had no part in Sawa's death. She played no part in it. Why bring Sawa up to her? Okay, Isazaki Ichincho.
Right here okay, Yagami-san?
Yeah. I'm gonna go talk to Kawana. Need to tell him I met with Reiko Kusamoto.
He's gonna be pissed, you know? He's gonna try to rip you a new one.
That's true. So you might want to sit this one out.
You sure? 'Cause I'll totally take you up on that.
But it wasn't her that sent RK on Kawana, geek. It wasn't her. It was the people who were trying to extort her. At least that's what we know now.
Well, look who we have here. Haven't seen your mug in a while.
Yeah, it's been about half an hour.
It's only been 2 or 3 days. Where's Kawana?
How should I put this? Would you freak out if he was right behind you?
No.
You know, This kind of shit is why you get on my nerves.
Couldn't we have done this by phone?
I just came from seeing Reiko Kusumoto. I told her to turn herself in for murdering Kawhi 5 years ago.
You what?
What did she have to say about that?
But she had no sins to atone for.
Of course not. Look, what do you think you're doing? Her part in this is done. Don't drag her back into it.
This isn't yours to finish. You would just let Sawa-sensei stay collateral damage. How do you think her folks feel? They probably think you killed their daughter. And they don't know why, or if justice will be served. Do they have to suffer like that? All without even knowing the truth? Would Sawa-sensei want that? You talk about justice, but she keeps getting left out. You aren't even trying when it comes to her.
Say whatever you want, but if you cause Kusumoto-san any more pain, I will never forgive you.
That's exactly why I didn't tell you I was going to meet her.
Listen, Yagami. She hides it well, but she's never gotten over the fact Mitsuru tried to
She
jump
did
to his
not
death.
hide that well at all.
And she's not sure how to feel about killing
She
Kawhi.
is still as hurt as ever.
If she was anything like you, I would have pushed her harder to confess.
There's no evidence that she killed Kawhi. He simply vanished from Kamurocho, and the police didn't even know about it. Besides, there's no case without a corpse. Point being, she'll never be charged.
Right, Kawana has Kawaii's body hidden somewhere. I remember Yui Mamiya
Even
said
if she
so.
did turn herself in, the police wouldn't know what to do with her.
Don't think for a second that you're getting a pass here. You've killed, what, 7 people now? Do you even hesitate anymore?
You got proof? Running around making baseless accusations. You sure you were a real fucking lawyer?
My colleagues in Kamurocho are getting ready to appeal Ahara's case. Your actions are going to be put under a microscope.
I wouldn't even call that bad news. I want the world to know their bullies are getting what they're due. And by then, I'll probably be going by a different name, maybe even a different look.
You're just gonna keep doing this? Did Sawa-sensei sacrifice mean nothing to you?
Is that the only thing keeping you around?
Sounds like it.
Truth be told, I don't think exposing everything is even in Sawa's best interest.
What?
Sawa-kun herself felt guilty. I just sent you the proof.
What is this? An audio file?
After Ahara-san lost in court, she called me. I recorded our conversation.
Toshiro-kun came running to the roof. His face was pretty swollen. And a few minutes later, a student named Mikoshiba came up looking for him. I'll never forget the fear I saw in Toshiro-kun's face. He told me about everything. The teasing, the beatings, the theft. How nobody was on his side. And yet, I had to deny all this in front of an entire courtroom. They said there was no hope, that I was the only witness with no proof whatsoever. Believe me, I never wanted to do that.
Sawa-kun's testimony in court was false, and she was racked with guilt over it.
We learned about this in like chapter
Your
6.
first thought was to record it? When she was at her most vulnerable?
Yes. And then I played it for Ahara-san. He had the right to know the real reason his son killed himself.
All you did was light the fires of vengeance in Ahara's heart because you didn't want to be alone.
You know, I've heard that bullying is almost instinctive. That's why people who do it never stop. I mean, think about it. Would you stop cleaning a toilet just because it'll get filthy again? Somebody's always got to get his hands dirty.
And that somebody's gonna be you?
If it means I can prevent another Mitsuru Kusumoto, yes, I will keep killing. These bastards who prey on the defenseless must be punished for all to see. I wish the law would do its job. Because deep down, I don't want to do any of this.
I understand what you're saying. But you're taking it too far. Just stop, Kawana.
If you really want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me. And call it justice.
I mean, that's what we'll do if we have to.
I thought you guys were gonna start another fight. It was a bitch cleaning up the mess last time.
Next time I go up against him, it won't be just a few scratches.
Well, when that time comes, take it anywhere but here.
I think I'll call it a day. I should get back to 99 and rest up. Yeah, so I agree. Here's the weird thing about these villains, right? I agree with Kawana that the bullies should be made to atone for what they did, and there should be justice served. But murder's not the way about it. Murder's not the way to go for it. As much as I wish the people who fucking bullied me in high school were fucking murdered. And that's the major thing it comes down to, is whether you agree that justice equals murder, and it never does.
Hello? It's Shirosaki. Are you in Yokohama again, Yagami-san?
Yeah. Is this about Ahara's trial?
Yes, regarding the appeal. The prosecution says they want to consult with us. Off the record.
Oh.
Off the record? What do you mean?
They want to discuss with the judge beforehand whether or not Ahara's murder footage is admissible evidence. The video has gone viral, of course, and nobody's really sure how to handle it.
Is the prosecution really gonna hold the line on it being a deepfake?
That's quite possible. Which is why we're meeting today in the courthouse conference room. I'm sorry for the short notice, but could you join us?
Of course. I'll be there.
Sure, why not?
Thank you very much. No need to rush. There's still plenty of time. Just be sure you're there, please.
By the way, chat, this is a pretty short chapter. It's this, a thing with Sayori, and then you're into chapter 12. I should take the taxi to the courthouse. We will finish this chapter, and then we'll see how much time is left at the end of stream when we hit chapter 12. And then tomorrow, we're finishing this game no matter how long it takes.
So what you're saying is, Yui Mamiya was not a victim of sexual battery, but rather she conspired with Akihiro Ehara to fake a murder alibi.
True.
We've already closed the book on that ordeal, yet now the defense wants to write a sequel?
Saidao Takano, Tokyo District Prosecutor.
To establish the defendant's motive in the harassment, we need to bring the Mikoshiba murder to light. The groping itself was staged. It was all part of their script, right down to the guilty verdict.
It sounds like the defendant has some strong hostility for the court.
Ehara got the court to accept his murder alibi by twisting the legal process to his own ends. It was easy to miss, because at the time, Mikoshiba's body hadn't been found yet. But we have to admit that we all got duped.
We? You're not even a lawyer. You're a detective.
Show the badge!
Yagami-sensei still has a license to practice.
Forget what I said if it offended you, prosecutor.
My superiors always told me that in his youth, your Genda-sensei was a difficult man. He'd insist his clients were innocent, persisting even in the face of conviction. He was hostile to the prosecution, and was known to fraternize with Kamurocho Yakuza. But it was his sheer disrespect that made my boss hate him.
Damn. You sure know an awful lot about Genda-sensei.
Because I honestly can't say I like him. He treated me like a child when I was starting out.
I'll tell you this. There's no higher praise for the defense than being called difficult by the prosecution.
Genda-sensei was worried about Sayori-san's career, but I guess he fought the prosecution just as hard back in the day. I guess Sayori-san picked up some of that attorney spirit from Genda himself.
Now, if we can get back on track, can we confirm the defendant himself has agreed to the appeal?
Yes.
But if Ehara really committed the murder, why would he agree to his alibi being scrutinized?
Ehara's objective isn't to get away with murder.
Then what is he after?
making a mockery of the legal system.
Then it'd be best not to pay him any attention.
And you'd be right. If your priority is saving face in front of the court rather than preserving fairness in the law.
You've got a real attitude.
Sorry I'm a bit late.
Oh? That's the guy that shook down, what's her name? Mikoshiba. Yep.
So, with this appeal, the defense wants to assert the defendant's innocence by establishing his guilt in a murder.
Wait, before we go on, who is this?
He's from the Metropolitan Police. Considering Ehara was on the force, he has a vested interest here. He's not here to participate, don't worry.
The police can't afford to be embarrassed any further. We need to send the right message to the public.
Can we have your name, please?
The name is Bando.
And your title?
Think of me as a kind of police coordinator. But don't let me interrupt the proceedings. Forget I'm even here. Please, continue.
Hidemi Bando, Tokyo PD Public Security Coordinator.
So much for this meeting being off the record.
Allow me to restate the prosecution's opinion to the judge. We cannot allow the murder footage to be used as new evidence in Akihiro Ehara's appeal. It's nothing but an online hoax of unknown origin. We can't just casually introduce that into court.
But do you have anything to prove that?
Furthermore, if Ehara bears such hostility towards the court, the footage might end up being a trap.
Trap?
Yes. What if the next viral video proves the original footage was doctored? What if the proceedings have already begun by then? Do we drop the appeal and call it a day? We cannot allow a man like Ehara to swing the court around by its nose at his whims. With that in mind, I believe Ehara's conviction should be upheld and enforced. Would the defense care to comment? Did you think any of this through before filing this appeal?
Yes.
We aim to prove the defendant's innocence, no matter what your objections may be.
And what about you?
What do I think about Ehara's appeal? How do I answer him? I think his verdict was wrong.
Ehara's guilty verdict was wrong. We don't think there was enough evidence at the first trial to result in that verdict.
There was fiber from the victim's underwear found on Ehara's hand.
That was a trick. It was set up with cooperation from the victim.
There is no evidence it was a trick. Are you saying Yui Mamiya and Ehara met beforehand? Is there proof of that? Was there perhaps any security footage we didn't see?
No, the station erases the footage from their cameras after a few days if there's no need to keep it.
Right. But if there's even a chance Ehara and Mamiya were a team, the underwear fiber proves nothing. What were the other deciding factors? Security footage? The smartphone videos we kept seeing on TV? Those don't prove the crime either, because there was a huge time gap in them.
What?
We've done enough legwork to know.
The security footage that supposedly proved Ehara's guilt, there was a big gap. What was it? When in doubt, show the map.
Did you walk around the site with your own 2 feet, prosecutor?
Well, no. But I have been to Shinjuku Station plenty of times.
Then you must know they have a mountain of security cameras covering every angle. But if you went there to look carefully, you'd find there are some blind spots. That's Ehara running, while Mamiya chases after her. It seems as though the whole chase is recorded, but this area in dotted lines is a blind spot no camera saw. That's the momentary gap in time where Ehara and his double switched places.
The victim was running right behind Ehara. She would have noticed if they swapped places right in front of her eyes.
But she partook in the
she
swap.
knew about the swap all along. They were all in on it from the start.
Can you prove that?
We don't have to prove the defendant is innocent, Takano-san.
What?
All we have to prove is that the evidence provided by the prosecution at the trial was insufficient to determine guilt. Because that's the role of a defense counsel.
Indeed it is.
If the prosecution can't debunk any and all possibility that the train groping was a put-up job, then it's innocent until proven guilty.
Then the defense should have brought it up the first time. Although I doubt Shirosaki-sensei actually believed in the defendant's innocence herself.
The guilty verdict at the trial was orchestrated by the defendant. It was our error not to have seen it at the time, but it would be another not to correct ourselves now.
Stop being so dramatic. He's just a subway perv.
That is a statement I cannot abide. The law can't give the impression that a false charge is permissible, even for a subway perv.
Right. I take that back. I misspoke.
Getting under this guy's skin.
I do believe this case is worth a trial in the appeal court. If the court was misled by a hostile defendant, then only the court can correct it.
Thank you very much.
However, I too have seen Ihara-san's murder footage. I believe it would be difficult to introduce it as evidence in this trial. Therefore, I cannot allow it to be brought into the courtroom at this time.
We can't use the murder footage to flip the guilty verdict? We can't even bring it into court.
Sorry, son. Think you've got this covered?
Huh?
I'll poke my head in at the office later.
Very well, we'll be expecting you.
Bando-san, was it? From public security?
I don't recall saying my department. But yeah, that's right.
Do you know Reiko Kusamoto? The Vice Minister at the Ministry of Health?
Of course.
Any particular reason she's under constant surveillance?
Oh boy.
A rather bold question, isn't it?
It's just you and me here.
I see you know how to cut to the chase, Yagami-sensei.
At this point, there's no way a guy from public security can show up and not be related to Reiko Kusamoto.
Ihara's trial can't be that important to you. So I have to figure I'm the reason you showed up. You want to know where Kawana is, don't you? Were you finally forced to get off your ass because nobody else can get eyes on him?
Kawana, otherwise known as Yu Kitakata, is wanted on suspicion of murder. If you know where he is, please do tell.
Wanted for murder? Huh. Because you know, I thought it was RK acting on your orders that killed Sawa-sensei. You think you can hide that fact forever? Even the cops in the field have their suspicions.
Do they? Well, the cubicle workers always resent the corner offices. Officers in the field complain about their superiors. I did the same thing back in my day.
Then why did you use thugs as your pawns instead of officers? Is that how Sawa-sensei got roped into this?
I'm afraid I'm not following.
No doubt about it, he's the one controlling RK. At the very least, he's one of the guys giving orders to Soma.
You knew it was going to be a dirty job from the beginning. That's why you couldn't use anybody on the force. Or maybe you just weren't able to find an underling you could fully trust.
That's a good one.
Public security's only tricks are surveillance and call tracing. You leave the dirty work to the thugs.
That may be true, but it's enough to crush the likes of you.
I'm gonna ask just in case. Where is Soma now?
Hand over Kawana to me and there will be no more victims.
What?
Do you have a reason to protect him? I already know he's going around executing bullies. He's a disturbance to public order.
But he wasn't the one who killed Sawa-sensei.
I didn't come here to argue. I came to issue an ultimatum.
Well, fuck. That's a thing. What's my next move? They're looking for Koana. What should I do? Head to Gendalore. The answer's almost always head to Genda. Don't get in the fuck. You should do karaoke? Sure, let me just load up Yakuza Like a Dragon real quick. Excuse me? Oh, of course. How about some bowling? Not in any Dragon Engine games. Let me load up Yakuza 0. Bowling and pool haven't been in any Dragon Engine games because they can't get it to work with the FPS or with the physics engine. More arcade guys. It's always arcade guys. Could they be arcade? They're practically showing off how much they're watching me. Is this public security's kind of put pressure on me? Yep. Yeah, it is.
Yagami-san, was everything okay back there?
Was it fuck?
That man, Bondo, I knew something was off about him. Is he one of the men behind RK?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. He was trying to find out where Koana was.
I see. That reminds me. Hoshino-kun seems to have heard some rumors about RK.
Hoshino?
Hoshino-kun, did you pick up what the word is on RK?
Yeah. One of the bosses, Akutsu, came back to Kamurocho yesterday.
He's back?
He's number 2 in the group, isn't he?
Yeah, so he would probably know about Soma. Know where he is?
Well, I'm not sure if you're aware, Yagami-san, but RK owns some of the cabaret clubs in Kamurocho, and Akutsu manages them. If a girl makes a lot of sales, or if she becomes a rising star in the club, Akutsu apparently gives that girl a bonus, personally.
I didn't know this stuff, Hoshino-kun.
Our clients come from all walks of life in Kamurocho, cabaret girls included.
So to sum it all up, a popular girl has a chance to meet Akutsu?
Yeah, but this week nobody was getting that chance. Until yesterday. Which is how I figured out Akutsu is back in Kamurocho. He must have been in Yokohama.
Oh, well, that makes sense. But where exactly in Kamurocho is he?
That's the part I don't know. RK bosses never sleep in the same place twice. Gotta keep the cops off their trail.
But despite the risk, Akutsu still reaches out to popular girls.
And they all look
Hey,
at
I'm
Sayori
not
again.
In fact, I'm up for the challenge.
Awesome, Sari-san. If you can rock the cabaret gig again, you can hook Akutsu.
It'd be an undercover mission to infiltrate RK. Super risky. But damn if I don't want to see Saori-san transform one more time! I can't help it!
Fucking simp!
What the hell's gotten into you?
Are there any bars we know for sure that RK owns?
There is. You remember Queen Rouge, the place Saori-san snuck into a long time ago? RK recently took over the management there.
Queen Rouge. What about the owner? Still the same guy?
Yep, he's still there. One of the original employees. Only thing is, it used to be a classy spot, but they've cut a lot of corners. The vibe has probably changed a lot.
Really? Well, maybe that means I can afford to go.
Ah!
Hey, totally! I want to go too.
This is no time to be idiots.
Okay, well, Sari-san, you'll need the whole makeover again. I can take point on that.
No need, I'll be fine.
Huh?
Just the other day, Mari-san and I figured out what kind of makeup goes over well with RK. I'll just go with that.
With Mari? Well, counterpoint. I think a man...
Yagami, do not mansplain makeup to a girl.
With all due respect, don't judge what you have.
Do not mansplain makeup to a girl.
Really?
Uh-oh, am I about to step on a landmine? Should I leave it up to them? I'll leave it to you.
Okay, I'll leave it to you, Saori-san. Should have just kept my mouth shut.
Believe me, I'm not one to boast, but I'm confident my efforts are in the best interest of the mission.
That's the spirit. With Saori-kun here, Genda Law will have its doors open for another 20 years.
True. And we've got Yagami-san's wisdom, too.
All right, should we get on with the mission?
Let's do this.
There's a little more time until the makeup is done. I should get ready to deal with any issues. So, the thing is with this, I believe, is if you mansplain to her, you get to do the makeup again. If you leave it to her, she just goes with what you went with earlier in the story, I think. Yep, okay. Sabrina's back, boys!
Oh, wow. That is nice.
Didn't get it the first time.
It's perfect. I'm really impressed.
Fine. Well then, shall we head over to Queen Bruges?
Oh, while you were doing your makeup, I talked to the owner about you coming in. Like Hoshino-kun said, there's apparently a system in place where a girl with great sales potential gets the attention of Akutsu.
I understand. Basically, I just have to aim to be #1 at the bar, right?
How confident are you?
I can't make any guarantees, but I'll give it my all.
Then I'm with you all the way, a lady.
Oh, don't. I should head out to Queen Rouge. I can do this. I've gone undercover there before. I do like we get to play as Sayori in this bit. Chat, you are about to witness what Froob calls the character assault of Hoshino-kun. I have heard about it. Apparently, he goes from current simp mode to mega simp mode. Who's ready for things to get slightly awkward? And naturally, you can't run in heels. Excuse me, miss. You walked right into me. And then you walked right into Yagami. Here we are.
I pass by this place sometimes, but it's been a while since I've been inside.
The owner remembered you from last time. Said he wished you were there every night instead of just one.
The undercover cabaret girl of his dreams returns.
Oh, take this before you go. It's a wireless earpiece. If you end up going somewhere with Akutsu, we can use it to communicate. I'll be there in a flash if things go even remotely south.
Got it. I know you have my back, Yagami-san.
You bet. Good luck then.
Ah! Oh! Saori-san! It's you!
We're talking about I've seen women run in
you
heels.
takes me back
Apparently
to
not in
70s.
Japan, you haven't.
You are a cut above. A sight for sore eyes.
Nice to see you again. Have you been well?
I'm fine. I'm fine! Well, that's a lie. Last time you were here, we were a good place. But times have only gotten tougher. Now, we're just a fast and cheap dive bar. With mediocre service.
Yes, I heard a bit about that.
Keep this on the down low, but the former owner lost a bet in Mahjong.
Oh.
So we sold the bar. We're under RK's management now. And ever since they took over, we're just like every other seedy place. We don't even make a profit unless we're shuffling people in and out. which of course impacts the girl's performance.
But I hear the girls with promise catch the eye of the RK members.
Haha! So you already know about that. Yes, Arcade treats people well who treat their bottom line well. If they notice a special girl, they'll give her a bonus to show their generosity. Or maybe Akutsu-san just wants to drink with cute girls.
My true goal is to find out the location of RK's underboss Akutsu. Becoming the #1 girl in the bar is just incidental. This isn't about having a good time. I may be dressed up, but I'm still working a job.
Where do girls usually meet up with Akutsu-san?
No particular location. Just depends on his mood, I guess. Haha! But you have your eye on that bonus, I see. Well, if anyone could get it, it's you, Saori-san. I'm rooting for you.
10,000 SP just for walking, by the way.
Yes.
So you got in okay. Just so you know, I think I'm gonna call for support.
Support?
Yeah, so in case you meet Akutsu, we'll be ready to pounce on him. But you'll be on your own until then.
Starting now, I am #1 at this bar, and the first rule in customer service is that he preys on the guest. You can do this, Saori. Even if it were my own father sitting there, I must praise him until he becomes putty in my hands. I thought the idea was that they became stiff in your hands, not putty,
Are you the new
but...
girl the manager brought in? You're kind of older than I thought you'd be.
Bitch.
I'm sorry. Nice to meet you.
What club were you at before this?
Oh, I'm usually an office worker, but I worked here once about 2 years ago.
What, so you just come back whenever you feel like it? Like some part-time gig? Really? You treat this job like it's a cakewalk and expect us not to be offended?
Oh, point taken. So, I guess tonight I should sit back and watch the professionals show me how it's done?
What? Are you dissing us?
Yes. By the way, chat, RGG confirmed that Cabaret is back for Gaiden, the man who lost his name. I'm fucking hype! Let's fucking go! It's back, baby!
What? You can haze new girls, but if they give it back, you lose your cool?
Excuse me?
Now. You can't scowl like that when customers are here to have a good time.
Oh, you little... Wow. I thought you were just another snob, but you've got barbed wire where it counts. Megu! You're gonna let a new chick talk to us this way?
Yes, because you're an
Old or
artful
new
bitch.
Doesn't matter. If you've got the goods, I have no complaints.
I'm going to do my best, and I'll try not to weigh you two down.
Saori-san, Megu-san, Kuriko-san, we have customers! Let's get to work!
Well, time for the new girl to show us what people see in her.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, the clash of female egos. I think I might actually enjoy this. I'm not.
Hello, I'm Megu. Welcome, I'm Kuniko.
And you both look like shit compared to Saori.
I'm sorry. Nice to meet you.
Oh, Sarah-chan. Come, sit here.
I'm going to vomit. If I have to fuck talk my way around these guys, I'm going to fucking vomit.
Wow, you're beautiful. Oh, the best of the bunch. Man, I am loving this place.
Oh god.
So, how are you?
How is this happening? Is this what Yagami-san meant by support? No, it wasn't! This won't help me in the least. In fact, it's doing the opposite. This is harder than I thought.
But, you know, I could make any prosecutor shake in his boots just by yelling, "Objection!"
That's awesome, you killer lawyer, you.
Jeez, why is Genda-sensei getting all the attention? For your information, I passed the national bar exam with top marks.
I can see what Froob means now by the character assassination of Hoshino. He is a jealous little bitch when he's not getting attention from Sayori.
Uh-huh. Oh, what's a bar exam?
You've got to be kidding. You ladies have really never heard of the bar exam? It's the toughest certification test in Japan.
I've heard of it. Oh, so it's a certificate? Well, I passed kanji level 3 when I was in middle school.
Wow.
Not even comparable.
Kanji
You,
aptitude
sir, are
is a very
massive
fine
simp.
certification.
Yes, he is, Queeball. Yes, he is.
You passed your stupid bar exam how many years ago now? And you're still bragging about your scores? Seriously?
What?
Reminder that Hoshino is around my age.
You can't talk that way to a customer.
I shouldn't have said that, but Hoshino-kun was being such an ass I couldn't resist.
No, she's right. It's a dumb thing to brag about, isn't it? But the bar is really hard. Not everyone passes it. There's so much studying to do, day and night.
Oh my god.
He's crying.
I have to do something to cheer him up, even though I don't want to compliment him, I must. I love that these are so passive-aggressive. We'll stroke his stupid ego.
I can't believe you became such a high-powered lawyer. Almost nobody has the brains to do that.
Yeah? You think so? That really means something coming from you,
Jesus
Saori-san.
Christ.
From me, specifically? Why is that?
The pain.
What is it? Oh, you want some champagne?
What?
One bottle of champagne, please, for this fine young man here.
Way to get the money
Mr.
rolling.
Big-time lawyer. So generous.
Thank you.
Is it okay if I have some too? What a blessing to have such a great protege.
Sure.
So, which champagne do you want?
The best in the house, of course.
What?
What?
Is one bottle really enough for the 5 of us?
Yeah, Genda, go for it.
Sensei, please.
Drain his bank
Make
account.
that 2 bottles of the premium stuff.
There you go. Now we're talking.
Is this a tax expense? Can we claim this as a business expense?
Fine.
All right. Now it's a party, ladies.
Really? Thank you.
I do feel a little sorry for Hoshino-kun, but I hope he learned his lesson. Go through that unscathed, but I wish they would just go home already. Don't tell me there's more. Don't tell me there's
Listen
more.
up, girls. This is a heck of a lot of fun. I'm having a great time. I tell you, I love cabaret clubs so much.
Me too, Genda-sensei. Especially this one. The customer service is on point.
Oh my god,
I
he
wish
is
I could come here
sloshed.
every night and stay till morning.
He is sloshed.
You two know just how to flatter us. So true. Hey, in case you come back, would you like to reserve a bottle in your name? You guys are lawyers, so I'm sure you can afford it.
Well, we're not a big firm. But you know what? Let's do it.
Nice one, boss. You're the best.
Should I let them do this? If they keep doing it like fish, Genda's law is gonna go bankrupt. But I have to be seen as someone who brings in a lot of sales, or else I won't get to meet Akutsu.
What's wrong, Saori-san? You're looking kind of gloomy there. Come
Don't
on,
tell me
how
he's gonna
about a
essay her.
smile?
Don't tell me he's gonna.
Saori-kun, I was thinking, if you could be just a bit friendlier, you'd be the belle of the ball.
Do you guys already know Saori-san? You act like you're...
Uh-oh!
They do seem pretty close, right?
This isn't good. If they find out we know each other, that would be supremely awkward for me. Not to mention it would completely ruin my plan to get a meeting with RK.
I don't know. But would it be so wrong if we did know each other?
Of course not, but this does happen to be our first meeting. Silly sensei.
The first time? Is it really, though?
Someone slap Genda.
You're both teasing me so much. Poor Megu-san and Kuniko-san are giving me dirty looks.
Well, I mean, that's because...
Something does seem fishy.
Yeah, your snatch, you filthy bitch. This is bad. I guess I need to change gears here. I'm just gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna spin the wheel.
They're suspicious of us, Hoshino-sensei.
Which one did I pick?
What,
Oh, God, no.
Sorry, son.
But I just can't see what
Don't let your kids watch it!
Thank you, Robbie.
Oh, am I being too naughty?
This doesn't help!
Hoshino-kun, this is inappropriate. Stop this.
This
now.
isn't helping.
Oh, excuse me? Can we get that girl at this table too?
Yes? You mean Saori-san, correct?
Oh, me too!
Wait a minute, what about us?
Oh my! Please, everyone! She's only one person.
I guess the new girl's a hit.
She sure showed us up.
Oh my god, I hate this. Guess that went well. Now I just wait for Akusu to summon. I didn't press the OBS. It's a bit early for Pokemon. That's next week. I guess that went well. Now I just wait for Akusu to summon me. Mission complete.
We concede defeat, Saori-san. I'm so sorry we were rude before.
Oh, please. I just got lucky tonight.
Yeah, right. I don't think I could have done better than you in any department. You're a natural at conversation, and so sexy too.
I learned a lot, actually. And woo, I drank a lot more than usual.
Thanks for the hard work, you three. I bet you barely got any breaks. It was one customer after another.
So,
Night. We haven't had this good a take in a while.
you guys didn't see it. She crawled over Hoshino's lap. She did nothing. But with Robbie Rotten over the screen, it sounded like she was given the Gluck Gluck 9000.
Wild. It's all thanks to Saori-san.
No, I couldn't have done it without Megu-san and Kuniko-san at my side.
Come on, it was pretty obvious who the MVP was this evening.
Boss, seeing as you're here, does that mean Saori-san's getting a bonus?
That she is. Who would have thought this could happen on her first day? All I can say is, wow. Akutsu-san wants to meet you and show his appreciation by giving you the bonus himself.
Oh.
There's already a taxi waiting outside.
Really? That is so awesome.
No kidding. So the bonus thing is real, huh?
I hope I get one someday.
Total success. Now I'll find out where Akutsu is hiding.
So, where exactly is Akutsu-san waiting for me?
Apparently it's a surprise. He doesn't just let any information out.
It's a sex
But
dungeon.
I'm sure it's somewhere in Kamurocho. And don't worry, I'm told there'll be another cab to take you home.
I see. Well then, I'm looking forward to it.
Don't worry, Saori-san. I'm standing by. If you need me, I'll be there in a flash.
Driver, could you tell me where we're headed?
Oh, we're almost there, miss.
We're not leaving Kamurocho, are we?
No. No need to worry.
I think he's driving to the Thug Hangout, the underground club. That's where I met Soma for the first time. I thought it had been shut down, but maybe they opened it back up.
We'll be arriving soon.
Yep, that's exactly where they are, Yagami.
Saori-san, I presume? We've been expecting you. You are very beautiful. Akutsu-san will be happy.
Thank you for inviting me.
RK takes care of people who keep the cash flowing. The fact you're here means you have a talent for it. You're one of us now, Saori-san.
So this is how RK keeps recruiting new members and allies. They keep the hostesses who make money by giving them a fat bonus and some pretty boys.
If you would follow me.
Certainly.
Here she is, Akutsu-san. Tonight's heroine, Saori-san from Queen Rouge.
Ah, and I see why. You're hotter than your reputation. Come here. Let me give you some motivation to keep at it.
Oh no.
I've heard so much about you, Akutsu-san. It's a pleasure to meet someone so famous.
Have a seat. I'm not gonna ask you to pour after a hard night's work. This sake is not cheap. That's cool though, right? Gotta show my
Is the bonus the sake? Really?
Oh, there's no need for that.
Well, on to the moment of truth.
Okay,
Your
good.
bonus. 1 million yen.
Whoa!
Quite a stack of cash for an office worker. Yeah.
It's a big pile of money for anyone.
Oh, even for lawyers? Shirosaki-sensei?
Oh boy.
I'm not sure I follow.
This lady lawyer came poking around before. Except she was trying to find out about Kauai at the time.
You see, when it comes to Kamurocho, we have eyes everywhere. Anybody suspicious gets reported to us fast. Most of the eyes working for me or Soma are spies in the police force. And now, we've got a law lady in the bag. So, what do you want with me? Who sent you here, huh?
Well, this took a turn for the worse, didn't it?
You're only just noticing that. Kinda slow for a lawyer, aren't you?
Oh, I didn't mean for me. It just got worse. For you.
What the?
Oh!
Man.
Hi, Higashi.
You were harder to find than I thought, Akutsu.
Wow. So it was you pulling Saori-chan's strings.
Hell of a sight. Some piece of shit ex-Tojo man thinks he's king of the hill now?
Don't make me laugh. You're the worthless pile of shit, Higashi. Props for having the spine to show up here without backup. And after you barely escaped with your life, Yagami.
Hold that thought, 'cause this isn't the whole party.
Huh?
The only guy I really want.
Oh, hi, Kaito!
I guess I'll have to settle for you losers tonight.
Kaito. Couldn't just stay dead, huh?
Nice work, Saori-san. We'll take it from here, but could you ring the gong for us?
What?
Nothing kicks off a fight better than a beauty ringing a gong.
Yeah. Give us something to get the mood going.
Okay. Well then. Gentlemen, do your worst!
Get ready.
Let's go! Hell yeah!
Why are we in crane style? Okay, what's this? Akutsu 3? Akutsu 4? It's Akutsu 3, okay. Not quite Kuze levels, but... Oh, I don't have zone. Oh well. Oh god. Full Nelson suplex. Okay, he's taken care of. And then we got this guy who never wants to give up. And that was a kinda tough fight. I mean, Akutsu only hit us with one of his mortal moves, but that's because we only gave him the chance to hit us with one of his mortal moves.
You can't run anymore, Akutsu. Can we talk now? Where's Soma? Where's he hiding?
I don't know. He moves around more than I do.
Really? Are you really just another one of his pawns? Just gonna cover for him and obey his every word?
Soma can tell when someone's lying. He's always been able to. I won't be able to get away with bullshitting him. Friend or foe, if he finds a traitor, he stomps the rat dead. He can sniff out the faintest scent of betrayal. That's why I've always told him the truth. No point trying to BS him. In this business, nothing beats the ability to detect liars.
You serious right now? You're buying into some bullshit rumors, dumbass.
You just don't fucking get it, man. He can practically see the future. He was the first to bail from the Tojo clan. And usually, you need a shit ton of money to leave a clan if you don't want to be killed. That's what it's like to be a Yakuza.
Huh. Remember who you're talking to, asshole.
But Soma, he somehow knew there was no future for the Tojo, so he jumped ship. With no money and not even a word to the bosses. Just...
By the way, next chance we get freedom, I'm gonna save an end stream. Although I think this is the end of the chapter.
When he was leaving, I warned him. They'll fucking erase you. The bastard just laughed. He said,
and then we'll finish the game tomorrow, no matter how long it takes. Although I think chapter 12 is kinda short. Not really. It's got an extended fight sequence in it, but...
What did he mean by that?
At that point, the Tojo clan didn't have the resources to properly deal with defectors. Soma understood that. Sure enough, he left without a word, and nobody ever tried to fuck with him.
It's true. Soma was the first guy to slip out. No doubt the dude knew what was up.
While the Tojo clan was limping to its grave, Soma went underground and built the arcade network all by himself.
And that's how you became his errand boy.
What do you expect? I can't control Soma. I'm just the public face of RK. He holds the reins. I've been cool with that ever since I joined.
At least you're enough of a man to admit what you are.
Akutsu, Soma's being used by public security. Did you know that?
Public security?
Why was Soma looking for Shinya Kawai and Kamurocho?
I don't know. All I heard was somebody hired him to do that.
Why is he after Kawana? How are Soma and public security linked? Give me something. Doesn't it at least ring a bell?
I don't know, man. The fuck you mean ring a bell? I don't know shit.
Wait. Nah. But maybe.
What's up, Kaito?
What is it?
Doc, is it possible that Soma himself is public security?
Oh.
Soma working in public security? What do you mean?
Well, public security trains people to become spies, so they can infiltrate and collect intel. Right-wing, left-wing, anti-establishment citizens groups. You get the picture. They usually try to find a weak spot in the org, Someone they can turn to their side.
True, public security is an intelligence agency that uses spies all the time, but how was Soma part of that? What if he was originally a spy for public security to get into the Tojo? Oh no, wait, no, the young master was mayor of Tokyo. He wasn't public security, so he wouldn't have been able to work for the young master. But, what if he was originally with the Tojo? Public security saw the cracks forming, he pulled out, then he made RK to act as his continued front. That is fucking five-head plays.
So yeah, that's one way to do it. But sometimes a cop who's already in public security goes undercover to infiltrate something like a Yakuza organization. What you get is a Yakuza who knows everything about the police and would be super good at sniffing out liars.
You're saying Soma is actually an undercover agent?
You heard what this fool said. Soma figured out the Tojo clan didn't have a future, so he ditched them. You think some street punk's got that kind of foresight? He couldn't, unless he had intel from the law. That'd be a different beast. He'd have to know the Tojo clan and Kamurocho like the back of his hand.
Including knowing that the Tojo clan would dissolve soon.
Yep. And then after he gets out, what does he do next? He makes a place for all the Yakuza coming out of the Tojo clan to find each other, right? Where public security can easily monitor them. That's why RK is still coming to ex-Tojo clan Yakuza like me.
In other words, RK was founded by public security to manage all the displaced Yakuza?
Wow.
Sure as hell sounds like their MO. No matter how many crime rings they bring down, another always pops up in its place. This way, public security doesn't have to start from scratch. They can just keep tabs on all the free agents.
But it's mind-blowing that they'd install their own leader.
Sure as hell sounds like collusion to me.
Soma? An undercover public security agent? Shit. We gotta move! Cut the fucking chit-chat!
Why?
He's gotta be fucking listening in on us right now! If he's public security and heard all that...
Get your shit together, Akatsu. What does it matter?
Don't you get it? There's no way he'd want anyone else to fucking know!
Oh, rip Akatsu!
Stop shooting!
Well, his Kuze number will forever remain at 3.
Damn it. They found us.
Yeah, what public security's done isn't exactly legal. 20,000 SP. 20,000 SP for what we just did. Right. I'm gonna use this point to end stream. So tomorrow we can come back. We'll have the catch up of what just happened, how all the scenes is fitting into place, and we'll pick it up from there. And tomorrow we're finishing this game, no matter how long it takes me. Even if I have to stream 6 hours, we're finishing this game so we can do Kaito files on Thursday and Friday. Because I still have the bug for Pokemon. I want to get a Pokemon next week. I don't want that bug to die. I want to do the Ultra Sun Rando, and that's happening next week. You guys will see me at same time, if not roughly, same time tomorrow. We're finishing this game, and we get to play as our good boy Kaito. Is anyone live? By the way, last week of the season, has the cutscene gone live, by the way? Has any news come out about the last week of the Destiny season? Because I've heard nothing. I've heard nothing yet. I'm gonna love you and leave you guys. Look after yourselves, look after each other, and we will finish this story tomorrow. I love you all. Take care, guys. Bye.